Yeah. I woke up this morning and threw on a hoodie. Seen another day to do what they told me I couldn't. And I can feel the pulse, so I just keep it pushing. And I can still see up, I guess they overlook it. I read between the lines to get the shows I'm booking. I'm heating up the kitchen, so let's get to cooking. Put me in the verses, then I get to hooking. And now I am the king, no disrespect to crooked. I get this shit my all, so I don't gotta bounce back. And I promise I ain't tripping, man, I'm really bout rap. I just take the shit I'm giving and I really scout tracks. If you check the shit I'm spitting, man, I really mouth facts. Look, if I say it, then I live it up in real life. I wouldn't say it just to say it, that don't feel right. I've been on my grind, this shit so independent. And I've been flying high just like a flight attendant. I've been really sinning, I don't want repentance. This shit feel good up on my chest like diamond pendants. I wonder why my friends wanna deny my presence. They lying through the teeth, I'm here to play the dentist. I just gotta put it like that. I spend it, then I make it right back. Confidence ain't something I lack. Y'all been rapping so plain, about to get it skyjacked on. I just gotta put it like that. I spend it, then I make it right back. Confidence ain't something I lack. Y'all been rapping so plain, about to get it skyjacked. Woo! I promise that I'll pop off when I'm under pressure. First things first, never second guessing. Staples easy button, I just get depressing. Y'all my students, hope you learn your motherfucking lesson. Try to do me dirty, it's gon' end up messy. I hit you unexpected like I'm boxing lefty. Ready for the war, so you should never test it. I'm all about that paper money, come and check it. I just gotta put it like that. I spend it, then I make it right back. Confidence ain't something I lack. Y'all been rapping so plain, about to get it skyjacked on. I just gotta put it like that. I spend it, then I make it right back. Confidence ain't something I lack. Y'all been rapping so plain, about to get it skyjacked. Woo!
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Skeletal QZ, back again with another live stream. It has been quite a while, ladies and gentlemen. It has been quite a while. I took a little bit of a break after that last stream. Oh my god, I'm still can't get over that. Hello to Weird Color Guy, JFA, Idiot, Somebody, Kangaloope, Reese, and Pretty Idiot. Hello, everyone. Welcome all. All right, what is it? Skelly hates his fans. Yeah, I hate you in particular. Here before notification. Pretty idiots. I heard Skelly say this many times in VC. Yeah, you're the only person that I really fucking dislike you a lot. The fuck is this music? The song playing was called Batito Funk. I think it's like Brazilian funk or some shit. I like that type of music, alright? This isn't like the fucking Augie stream, alright? Yes, JFA, if you don't like this channel, you can go back to core, alright? Or now recording, because this is not now recording, is it? And actually, just like not recording, I'm going to introduce my co-host. Welcome, Nerdy, to the live stream, alright? What do you think, Nerdy? Are we like now recording, alright, where we just hate our fans and not acknowledge them or kick them out of the VC? Are we like them? Because last time I checked, we're not like that at all.
No, I remember actually, we had a fan with cancer. It was one of those Make-A-Wish things. And you said, "Fuck you, I hope you die a slow, painful death."
Wait, now
was like a
recording said that,
12-year-old
or I
boy.
said that?
No, you said this.
Oh, I said that? Oh, well, I probably did
Yeah,
say
we had a
that.
trouble. Yeah, we have a Troublemakers fan that was, in the call. He had cancer, and his one wish was to be a part of an episode. And Skelly was just mean to him the entire
Well,
time.
Robin's a piece of shit. So, anyways, nah, just kidding. We miss Robin. All right, Robin wanted to join us, ladies and gentlemen, but he fucking had to go do some trans rights activist thing. I don't know. I think he got into a fight with a lolicon. Anyways, hopefully he joins us for next week. But without further ado, let's talk about some of the topics because we got quite the interesting set of updates, not just from the whole EDP. Basically, like, after that doc dropped, a lot of stuff fucking happened, right? You had Alex Rosen fucking sparking out on Twitter, which, by the way, I'm not going to show up because that guy went full-blown racist, and I don't want this to be fucking taken down, right? I'm not, so you're just going to have to take my word, but he fucking mauled on Twitter. JIDION put out a video, KAYLA did some interviews, and a guy by the name of Insider, who was JIDION's top mod at the time, and I think he still is, I'm not too sure, he has done an interview as well. And on the other corner, we also got Bricks and Minifix updates as well. Mainly pertaining to the lawsuit, not so much with Ben himself, but we'll get into that. And Ben is also at it again, so hopefully we have time to cover that. It is 7 p.m. over here, Pacific Standard Time. What time is it on your end, Nerdy?
It is 10:35.
Yeah, so if Nerdy leaves at any point, then there you go. I was supposed to start earlier, but I had to go do some stuff. And by that I mean I had to go eat food, alright? Anyways. Alright, let's see. Let me share my screen and I will move on to the Discord. Let's see, where's my thing? Here we go. Alright, so you're in the screen already. Let me show chat. Alright. There we go. So originally, one of the reasons why I wasn't too sure if I was going to stream is because this right here. So Himpleton, of all people, was going to have a debate with JIDION. All right, and you know what? Hey, fair play to the guy. He managed to get this fucking interview. That is until this happened. Yeah, JIDION pulled out because I guess his dog had to get surgery. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Oh! Put a girl on. Shout out to Kangaloope donating $5. You know what? That would be great,
Hell
but
yeah.
I don't know who I would have as a co-host. All right, I'm not like Byrne who likes to have every woman on that interacts with him on as a show. All right, no, I'm kidding. Well, I'll try to find a female co-host.
Skelly has standards.
Yeah, that is kind of true. Skelly doing his pre-stream. And JFA, shut the hell up unless you want to get smacked. Kangaloope, you'll get that, I promise you.
I don't know. I think he brings up a good point. Lord Twighton should be a guest at one point.
Fuck no. you'll get a debate with him rather than fucking being on the show. Honestly, be on the lookout for that. Maybe, maybe not. Anyways, so yeah, basically the stream did not happen. It got pushed back. Apparently, JIDION had to do last minute surgery, which I'm not with his dog or whatever the fuck. His dog needed surgery. That's what I wanted to say. Which, I mean, I'm not gonna fault him. All right, I have a soft spot for animals. All right, so I'm not gonna give him too much shit
You
for
gotta have a
that.
soft spot for something.
Well, yeah, for animals. Like, I care about dogs, cats, and stuff like that more so than humans, honestly. But that's details. So, yeah, and I was hearing rumors that he may or may not was gonna do the stream today, so that's why I was a little bit hesitant. But yeah,
Mhm.
but we'll get onto the JIDION stuff quickly. I want to go over some of the bricks and minifigs. So. Here we go. Hold on. Let me fucking. All right, there we go. So, resolution has been reached. Bricks and Minifigs and Mansell family settle co-assignment of rare collection through voluntary mediation. That is right. Somehow, after 2 months, they finally decided, you know what? Let's pay them. Let's settle this. So yeah, this is from Eamon and Matt and all these other people. I'm too lazy to read that. The Mansell are pleased to announce that they have reached a comprehensive I can't pronounce it, nerdy. Can you pronounce that word?
Yeah, let me look at it.
It says amicable. Oh, I said it.
Amicable.
Okay.
Amicable.
Amicable resolution of a private civil dispute relating to the Mansell family's Lego Star Wars collection. The collection was originally co-assigned to a former operator of the Bricks and Minifigs Salem and Kaiser, Oregon store. The settlement agreement is a compromise of disputed claims. It is not an admission of liability, wrongdoing, or unlawful conduct by BAM, the Mansells, or any other released party. The Mansells confirmed that they have been compensated by BAM for their losses associated with their co-assignment agreement, and thus releasing all their legal claims against BAM, its leadership, Baker Salem, John Johnson, Brandon Best, or any current Bricks and Minifigs franchisee, BAM, the McSnells, Baker Salem, Josh Johnson, Brandon Best likewise will dismiss their lawsuit against Brian Mansell. Through the exchange of records and information during legal and mediation process, the parties developed a more complete understanding of what occurred. The underlying dispute arose from a co-assignment contract between the Mansell family and the Oregon store. Bam Baker, Johnson, John, and Brandon Best were not parties to it. Let me guess, is fucking JFA doing it? Oh no, he just got timed out. Okay, well, there we go. Anyways, fuck you, JFA.
Damn,
Let's
that's
see.
kind of violent.
As part of he fucking said the N word on like the last stream he was on, all right? As
Hey,
part of this,
he never said the N word on one of my streams.
you're lucky. Well, yeah, because you stream like in the middle of the. For me, it's in the middle of the morning.
Well, it is a morning show.
That is true. Which, by the way, you can watch at Nerdy John. There's your promo. As part of the settlement, Brian Sell has assigned to BAM his claims under the original consignment contract. BAM may elect to pursue these claims against those responsible. The Mansell has agreed to provide relevant records in support of BAM's claims. The parties believe this places responsibilities for remedy any remaining fault in the appropriate parties. BAM recognizes that Mansell family experienced a genuine loss, prolonged uncertainty, and considerable frustration. Well, yeah, when you're fucking like threatening that if they try and sue you guys, you're gonna like drag them through the ground, and you guys are just being like absolute dickheads and lying out of your fucking
No, they were
teeth.
just like, we're gonna bind you to the ground. We're gonna bind you to the ground.
Exactly. Oh, I have water here. I was gonna say. Yeah, because it's like they were just trying to make the argument, especially in CoffeeZilla's video, that there was no U-Haul truck. And then there is a U-Haul truck, and then when Coffee talks to the other, which by the way, we're actually gonna go over his little video because he actually made a video in response to this.
He did. He did.
What is it? They say that I forgot the name of the guy that went to the. Do you remember what was the name of the guy who like took over the store, like the one who was being aggressive? It wasn't the bald
No,
one.
Unfortunately, I got in on this story very late. I watched like the first CoffeeZilla video, and then like I haven't really kept up with it since. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Well, okay, well, they're very distinguishable. There's the bald bitch, and then there's the one with the hair. So the one with the hair, he was so apparently he went to another store after that one, and the workers there said that he brought in Lego Star Wars sets. Now we don't know if those were the ones from that, but I mean, I'm sorry. Some of the pieces quite literally fit together. I mean, Guy takes over the store and there's a huge Star Wars collection. Star Wars collection somehow disappears, but then a bunch of Star Wars sets show up at another store, and in between he had a U-Haul truck, and the company saying that there was no U-Haul truck, and then they said, "Oh no, we thought it was something else." Like what? No. So yeah, this is honestly, Bam regrets that he did not do. Oh, what this is gold. Bam regrets that he did not do more quickly access information necessary to understand and resolve the matter. There was literally only one solution, and they just chose not to do it and dug their whole reputation to the ground. So I don't know what to tell them. Bam has issued an unqualified apology to the Mansell family for the losses and pains suffered from the events surrounding this dispute. The parties recognize that many Bricks and Minifigs franchisees and employees have no involvement with events surrounding this dispute and hope that this resolution brings closure to everyone affected and all may return to their normal business activities and leisures or whatever. Yeah, and personal lives. I just got a fucking who's DMing me? Anyways. So that's interesting. So this was released. All right, so this was posted on August 19th. Well, interestingly enough, Bam has not paid Brian Mansell and therefore lied on their post. So according to Brian himself, he has not been paid. And this is the video in question. Oh, I already have it pulled up. There we go.
Hello, everybody. I am out of town for the weekend. We've got a joint statement from Bricks and Minifigs and the Mansell family. This was the joint statement that was published Wednesday. There's just one big problem with this. This statement was not supposed to be issued on Wednesday. This statement was clearly only supposed to be issued after Brian Mansell was paid and after the case against him was dismissed. How do we know? Well, the very top of page 2 says the Mansells confirm that they have been compensated by BAM for the losses associated with their consignment arrangement. Here's the dirty little secret. Last night, Brian Mansell gave an interview where he confirmed that in fact he had not yet been paid by BAM. This statement was a lie. So let's watch what Brian said.
When it comes to the settlement, what I can say right now is, yeah, we haven't received the money or the sets yet or anything.
And here's another document on the screen, also posted on Bricks and Minifigs website, called the Bricks and Minifigs and Mansell Frequently Asked Questions. And in here, it says BAM has apologized to the Mansells for the losses, compensated the Mansells for losses, which has not happened, this is a lie, and dismissed its lawsuit against Brian Mansell. This is also a lie. They have not dismissed the lawsuit, and as of last night, Thursday night, they have not paid Brian, even though their statements to the public say they did. So what is going on here? What do I think really happened? Well, I think Bricks and Minifigs is so desperate for the PR nightmare to end that they rushed this thing out. They weren't supposed to release this. This was supposed to be a joint statement issued after the payment was exchanged and after the case was dismissed. Instead, Bricks and Minifigs violated that arrangement and rushed to put out its press release without even bothering to correct the tense of the words in its statements. Instead of saying it will dismiss, instead of saying it will pay, it told the public it had already paid. And that
I mean, I'm not a fucking lawyer, but don't like settlements take a while though? Don't they like take a while for them to like take an effect? Like, that's the thing I'm like a bit, because I mean that interview was done like, I mean, I don't know. This is where I'm having a little bit of a tricky part. So maybe people in the chat who are familiar with the law or are very familiar with like legal stuff, but how long does like settlements take into effect? Because I'm pretty sure like, okay, the settlement has to be reached.
I think it just varies on what needs to be reached for a settlement agreement.
Because that's the thing is like, okay, they say we have a settlement. It's like, all right, let's settle out of court. I don't think they're gonna have the money right away. Like, oh, here's the check. Like, yeah, that's the thing. I feel like it's gonna take a while. But I mean,
You think?
I feel like they are. I do believe the fact that they brushed this out. That is, I do believe that. Just to kind of get rid of the bad PR. But I mean, I don't know. This is where I'm a little bit iffy on whether or not I feel like this. In my opinion, I think this is being a little dramatic, saying that they haven't paid them. Even some of the people here are saying that I'm here. I mean, I work in a civil lawsuit. Usually, settlement payments have a deadline or tender to the trust of the attorneys, or take some time to process before all the parties. 60 to 90 days post settlement agreement, sometimes for larger settlements. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess it does vary on like the type of argument, I guess, but I don't know. I feel like there has to be. I don't know. I just don't think that they're gonna do it right away. Granted, even if it's a big company, I feel like it would take some time. But then again, I mean, that's literally what they said. What the fuck? Why did this? Okay, that was weird. I mean, that is what they said, though. I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Nerdy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not obviously an expert on anything legal. I do think it is in their best interest to try to get a proper settlement out of the way as soon as possible because Bricks and Minifigs has taken a massive reputation hit from this
Oh
story.
yeah, I don't think they can honestly
Fucking
recover from it. I genuinely don't think, because this is just
probably not, but like they're gonna try as best as they can to recover. So I imagine they want this to be to move on from this really fast.
Mm-hmm. And this is just with like Brian Manso. We still don't know what's going on with like Reckless Ben's lawsuit. I don't think that's gonna get dropped. I think they're
Well, the
still gonna try
Reckless
and
Ben
pursue one.
lawsuit it's technically it's not he's not suing. It's like it's not a lawsuit with the company, correct? It's with the former franchisee owner
I think
or
so. No,
like whatever. Look, um, like this shows you how long it's been since I kept up with that story. Like the guy that from the police body cam footage.
wait, are you talking about the police station? Or like
No,
which?
like they showed up to his house and he was trying to tell them that like Ben was doing all this stuff that he wasn't.
Oh yeah, I think. I'm not sure. Honestly, I lost. There's so many fucking lawsuits because there's Ben suing Bricks and Minifigs, and then
Mhm.
there's Bricks and Minifigs suing him. Then he's suing the fucking police station. I don't know. There's so many fucking lawsuits, and then there's criminal charges against Ben. It's just I don't know. You get lost after quite a while, honestly. That's like the issue
Mhm.
I have with this situation. But I mean, so far this is the only one that's been settled compared to the other ones. The other ones, I think they've been pretty much at a stalemate for right now, I think. So,
Right, right.
and then I think, yeah, I think that's pretty much. This is what CoffeeZilla said, and I think this. So he put out this video yesterday. What is this? Oh, this is just. I thought I saw it said May 2025. Anyways, he put this video out, and this kind of explains a bit as to why his video, like his last video on like the whole situation, just sort of like abruptly end. Like it just ended. Like there's no actual ending to it. It just ended.
My behind the scenes work with the Mansell family, Bricks and Minifigs, the settlement that finally happened. Although the story is not over, I'm going to give you the behind the scenes look to show you how self-inflicted this wound for Bricks and Minifigs really was. It's unbelievable. As bad as you think it is, it's so much worse. I literally, behind the scenes, nobody knew until now, was secretly trying to talk myself out of an 8 million viewed video, guys, that I did 2 months ago. The saga is still going on. Thousands of YouTubers are paying their rent every month with the Lego drama checks. And we tried to stop it early on. I mean, we tried to put an end to this thing. It was obvious what the solution always was. And I want to show you some of the behind the scenes work. It wasn't just me, by the way. And ultimately, I wasn't successful, okay? You know, obviously lawyers had to get involved. It got super expensive. Months went on where the obvious thing didn't happen. But my point is, this got so dragged out. This is a story that should have lasted exactly 6 seconds that seemingly has been going on for months now and will probably take, you know, over a year longer. I mean, we have still litigation ongoing. So I want to break all of that down for you today. I've been holding on to this knowing that eventually I really want to talk about it. I didn't sooner because I didn't want to torch the chance of any deal. Obviously, we now saw one come to light. And so that's why I feel comfortable talking about it now. And I'm
Actually, he does bring up a good point. Whenever like there's a big controversy against like a company, usually they like really backpedal against it, or like try really hard to put out the fire. But this is one where like the few times where like the company actually stood their fucking ground and even like try to fight back against not only just the YouTuber but also the family as well. Because I literally can't think of any other company that have done that. Most of them either like crumble or say nothing or just like backpedal.
Dude, that's the power of Mormonism for you.
Pretty much.
I'm only going to show just a few of the messages to prove the point, which is that everyone knew the solution literally months ago, and rather than doing that, the hard way has been chosen every step of the way. Like the worst possible decision has been chosen repeatedly to the point you start to wonder if this is some sadistic need to be dunked on by the internet. We have to learn from what might be one of the greatest corporate fiascos of all time. Otherwise, what was it really worth, guys? I mean, yes, finally, the Mancells are being paid, and I am happy about that. Here's the official story. The Mancells confirmed they've been compensated by BAM for the losses associated with their consignment arrangement. We don't get an exact dollar figure, but it's probably somewhere in the realm of what would make the Mancell family feel good. But bear in mind, this is all under the context of they were also sort of being sued in a like RICO lawsuit during that time. So it does feel a bit under duress. Again, I want to discuss this in more detail, but before I do, I want to take you back to when all of this started for me personally. Now, this is an email exchange with Reckless Ben, who of course is the guy who started the whole saga and, you know, basically caused the Mancells to get kind of compensated in the first place because he's the one who applied the pressure to Bricks and Minifigs. He contacted me on May 26th, 2026 to just kind of, you know, pitch the idea of me covering this story. Immediately, I kind of looked into it and I decided not to do it. I did not want to get involved early on. It's not that it wasn't important. It's just that I felt like all I would really be doing is rehashing what other people said. And I just wasn't interested in that type of thing. I said, I'm not sure how much I could add to what's already been said. And given that you and the wider community seem to be handling it well, I'm inclined to watch it from the sidelines. That's May 26th. So honestly, I wasn't even going to get involved in the first place. You would have never heard the word CoffeeZilla Lego scandal had it not been for what happened the very next day. So on May 27th, 2026, this gets filed. A massive lawsuit against Reckless Ben that in total was like over $1 million. Bricks and Minifigs puts the gloves on and decides rather than, you know, just pay people back, they're going to fully go to war with the YouTuber who started it all. And by the way, they're still going to war with him. They still are trying to bankrupt him, in my view, and they're still trying to destroy him for what he did to their brand. They feel like he wronged them and whatever. And that's why I say, despite the Mancells now being, you know, paid back for this whole thing, it actually doesn't fully end the saga because we still have Bricks and Minifigs trying to basically destroy Reckless Ben's life. And it's in that same lawsuit, by the way, with Ben, that we also have Brian Mancell personally being listed as one of the defendants. So he himself was being sued in this giant lawsuit as well, which just struck me as so deeply wrong. And so I, against, you just saw, I, you know, said, I'm not going to get involved with this. I, against, you know, my initial thought, said, okay, May 28th, this is the next day. I've seen a bit more of this play out, and I'm starting to have some stronger feelings about this, particularly given the legal threats against yourself and others. What's a good number to reach out, etc. So this is when I first get involved. Now, what I'm telling you is I was never going to investigate this. I had other stuff going on, other investigations happening, and I see this extreme overreaction from Bricks and Minifigs Corporate to basically try to destroy the life of a YouTuber who frankly brought an injustice to light. Now, I start investigating, and it's at this point that I begin to...
How often do you see that when another YouTuber, like, instead of, like, he could have easily just stayed quiet or just covered the situation and taken the easy route, but he actually decides to step in. How often do you see YouTubers having each other's back like that? Like, that's actually cool that he just stepped in, and after, like, he saw him, because they're not even friends. They're not even friends. He just saw, like, you know, fellow worker of his, or co-worker, I guess, in a sense you could say, you know, is getting sued along with the family. He's like, all right, nah, now I actually got to strap in and say something.
Speak to everyone. At first, it's just to do the investigation part, but while I get access to everyone, I start realizing, man, I kind of hope I can broker a deal here. Like, it seems obvious, like so obvious to everyone involved that the Mancells need to be paid. And he shouldn't have ever been part of this ridiculous $1 million plus lawsuit that would definitely inflict more pain on him. And he's the victim in this. Why is this happening? So it was obvious to me he was going to have to be made right. And also, like, he'd have to be dropped from the lawsuit. So I start to engage in what is basically like a non-lawyer, hey, let me just kind of back channel, hopefully, a resolution. You know, it was pretty obvious to me, lawyers are just going to complicate this. It's a very simple answer. You just have to pay this guy and walk away. And then, honestly, what is the story after that? Like, guy gets paid what he was owed. Like, initially he was wrong, but then the corporate makes it right. Like, it seems like, although they wouldn't have made it right in time, this is late May, early June. I mean, the story had kind of gotten some traction, but not nearly as big as it was going to go. It was just starting to go national, and I'm like, just like pay the guy, drop him from this ridiculous lawsuit, and you're done. Because it doesn't even make financial sense at this point, because even at the biggest headline number, we're only talking about $200,000 in Legos, and that's even what the Gormans originally said. It was actually worth less than that. So it's not that much money compared to the millions of dollars of damages that are happening to the Bricks and Minifigs brand. This is a multi-million-dollar corporation. They're torching their goodwill with the public, and I'm just pointing out the obvious. Like, this doesn't make sense at all. You know, I'm a third party. I'm unsolicited advice here, guys, but you should probably stop the nonsense. And so, you know, I tell them, and this is just my own text, okay? I say, I'm trying to back channel a solution that I think is probably inevitable anyways. Brian has to be made whole and dropped from the suit. The sooner that happens, the better. Call when you can. This happens on June 4th, okay? This is almost a week before my video. I'm trying to prevent all this from happening, or at least substantially make the story less interesting. I'm like, let's just get this guy paid and move on with our lives.
Because the only reason they ever, like, he threw him into the lawsuit, realistically, is because of two things. One, because he contacted Reckless Ben. Mind you, after they were threatening that they were going to drown the poor guy and his family in, like, legal fees. Making it completely pointless. And number two, because Ben decided to make a GoFundMe for him, because guess what? They weren't gonna pay him. So that's realistically the only reason why they threw that poor guy in. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, at no point did that guy, the family, ever tell Reckless Ben to do all the crazy shenanigans he did in his video. All right, that was purely out of Ben's volition. All right, he did that out of his own will. So yeah, he's totally right in this. The fact that him getting sued because of this was absolutely ridiculous, and honestly made it even worse, and probably was one of the reasons why a lot of people sided with the family compared to him. By the way, this is oh, hey Joe. This is shout out to Joe, Buddha's Hotline episode 1, Cinemations episode 3, and also I deleted your other message, Aftermath News 12, by the way. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. You're not stealing Aftermath from me, all right? This is my show. Anyways.
Right? By the way, the text under that is, I know it feels impossible, but consider dropping the lawsuits against everyone in this story, yes, including Ben. I don't think this escalation ladder of lawsuits of 1.3 million over what amounts to about $100,000 in actual missing Legos makes sense, is going to resolve this, or helps your brand, okay? So I'm really giving, honestly, some what now in hindsight looks like incredible advice, to be honest, which is just like, hey, this is all going to snowball. This is a disaster. Just drop it. Be done. There's an easy solution here, which, by the way, half of which we've already seen come true. Literally, we saw it just now, August 19th. They dragged it out in the media for 2 months, letting their brand be tarnished, you know, by their own actions, frankly, because they knew early on that they could have gotten this done earlier. And basically, by the way, just so you know, a lot of the breakdown ended up being that they disagreed on dropping the RICO lawsuit. Like, would they drop the RICO lawsuit before mediation, after mediation? There's a big disagreement about that. And that's kind of where my part fell apart, and I washed my hand of it, and I said, I can't help you guys. Basically, there was no bridging that gap, because one party is saying, like, you have to drop the RICO lawsuit before we can settle these missing Legos. And the other side's like, well, come to the table and we'll talk. You know, it's like, okay. Ultimately, there was just too big of a lack of trust. And the lawyers continued to get more and more involved, and ultimately, you know, got it done after months of work. And I'm sure they all took their piece. That's kind of what's sad about this whole thing, is like, I think the real winners here are sadly the lawyers. The biggest losers are Bricks and Minifigs out of all of this, because they have stretched what should have been basically 100 to 200,000.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, it's not so much that both sides I mean, yeah, obviously both sides mistrust each other. But it's arguably the lawyers, because the lawyers aren't really looking in their best interest at the end of the day. A lawyer's job is not only supposed to drag out a case, but also try and get as much money as you can. All right, and make sure your side wins. That's really the gist of it. So I think I'm gonna be honest, I think the lawyers knew there was an easy way, but they both were playing a little sneaky and said, all right, let's try to make a little money out of this. All right, because I mean, this is a pretty big case. I got a lot of media attention. So it'd be really stupid for them to just kind of not, you know, drag it out a bit. Let's be honest.
Problem.
Yeah. Well, especially if you're the Bricks and Minifigs lawyers, because you're on retainer, right? So like, you're standing to make a decent buck if you end up having to go to court for the company you represent.
Pretty much, yeah.
into a multi-million-dollar loss for themselves. And I know they probably think to themselves, like in their head, the big villain is Ben, and that's why they refuse to drop the lawsuit against them. Ironically, it's their wanting to punish Ben that I think is preventing them from realizing that they are just hurting their own store franchisees.
Yes, Robert, I'm actually live. I probably didn't. Yeah, since Hamilton didn't go live today, like I said, with his JIDION interview, then I am going live myself.
Wait,
So,
wait. We're live. We're live right now. No
yeah,
way.
we are. What, you thought this
Oh
was
my
another
God.
fucking episode of Troublemakers?
I thought we were just vibing here, bruh. I thought we were just
Nah.
vibing.
No, we don't do that shit no more. This is some serious shit. Talking about a fucking Lego lawsuit.
Yeah,
this
I
point-
to say, bro, this is serious.
My
Don't mess
chat-
with my Legos.
Yes, Joe, your chat did get censored. All right, this is a dictatorship.
They're the reason this is all still in the media. And I think if they could see that and look past their sort of hatred of Ben, trying to destroy Ben, it would help them a lot. And I say that as someone, by the way, who doesn't want to see Bricks and Minifigs and all their franchisees fail. Like, I feel bad for a lot of the people who have been affected by this. I'm also not a person who blamed them for all of the problems, right? If you see my original video, there were a lot of people who actually shared some of the blame in how all of this got lost, right? Like you had the Gormans that had some accounting issues. You had some missing Legos at the store. You had some side deal stuff. So you had a lot of different elements that made up these missing Legos. I not only fully acknowledge that, we are the ones who brought that to light. And yet, I'm telling you, as someone who's seen it from behind the scenes, the reason this story has had legs for so long is all of these escalations and unwillingness to drop all of this legal stuff. The irony, of course, is that they think Ben is the monster who's destroying their company, when in actuality, I think if you look at the facts of the case, it's them. It's their decisions that have caused people like myself and the entire world to get interested in this story. So while I think it's fair for them to criticize some of Ben's methods, and I think that some of them were a little bit extreme, at the end of the day,
This one was funny. Where is it?
some of Ben's methods, and
That was wild. Selling fucking t-shirts.
and I think that some of them were a little bit extreme.
People, it's crazy.
We permanently closed. We stole families' life savings. They sued. We lost.
At the end of the day, the larger picture is that he got somebody who was wronged paid back money. It's obvious to everyone that Bricks and Minifigs would not have made this settlement without Ben being involved. So you can't, on the one hand, excuse Brian Mansell from this
No, Robin, I'm actually gonna get to that right now in a bit. We're finishing up with this little segment.
lawsuit, pay him money, literally apologize, saying, quote, BAM has issued an unqualified apology to the Mansell family for the losses and pain suffered, and yet keep up the lawsuit against the guy who brought it to light in the first place. The lack of self-awareness, the lack of the ability to say, hey, unequivocally, we were wrong. We are not hedging with lawyers. We're not, we're not suing people. We are just fully apologizing and making things right. That was always the answer. It still is the answer, and they can still choose that path if they want to. But given our current history, I won't hold my breath. I expect a long, drawn-out legal campaign that makes no one but the lawyers rich. Anyways, that's basically it. Just wanted to talk about my personal experience behind the scenes, and I'm glad the Mansells finally got paid.
So, what the fuck, the worst cover up of my life? I gotta see that video. That's what the fuck? But yeah, that's pretty much, I mean, yeah, there's not really much you can say on that front. I mean, I don't think it's the fact that they lack self-awareness. I think it's just the fact that they're like really, really fucking petty. It's particularly the guy with the mustache, the evil villain of the CEO, because he's honestly dumb. I think it's just the fact that he's mad that that Ben himself was not only using tactics that they use against him, but also just pretty much exposed how shitty they are. Not just from the way they treated this family, but also to Ben themselves, where they use if you remember the last video where they managed to get the guy's info and everything.
Yeah,
from Google.
If I remember correctly, the higher ups at Bricks and Minifigs are connected to the Mormon Church, right?
Yeah, they...
Listen, Skelly, the Church of Latter-day Saints is very litigious, okay?
Well, I hate to break it
They're
to them, but religion is a lie. It was created for money and power. And so far, it is not
you can say that about the Mormons at the very least. You can say that about the Mormons.
Well, the prophet of
believe
Muhammad's
Jesus-
a pedophile. So, anyways, before we
they
get
believe that Jesus Christ was born in America and that Native Americans are the devil.
Jesus was also. I've heard that he's also black. Anyways, religion is a lie. So
So
we'll-
edgy, so awesome.
well, it's just normal facts. All right. So our next story is JIDION. So, ladies and gentlemen, and we can finally get to the big meat and potatoes.
Weird collar guy would like to have a word with you, buddy. Weird
Oh
collar guy
wait,
would-
I beg your pardon, child. EDP shot Jonathan Hills. Yeah, I believe that. Oh, JD Drake and Josh Buddhism Hotline. Oh my God, Joe, you're always on something. I swear. All right, so for those of you that don't remember, our last stream that we did, me and Robin, where we sat through hell watching that live stream, which was a good interview. It was a good one, actually. I won't lie. So actually, hold on. I'm gonna do something. Or actually, no, I won't. But hold on. Let me actually pull this up. Let's see. So yeah, I know this is me being fucking spastic, very professional streamer. But actually, I want to bring this up. So let's see, Chris, and there we go. So actually, something I want to show off. So what the fuck is up with? I hate YouTube. What the fuck is that? I'm not even signed in. What were those fucking videos that showed me? I'm not even signed in. I'm literally on private. Why is it showing me weird shit? Anyways, so he did. So Mike
Well, don't be
Klung did.
watching weird shit in private.
I'm not though. Literally. So Mike Klung did an interview with Chris Hansen actually. And this was released 3 days ago. And it actually goes, and it's actually a pretty good video because it goes into detail of why Chris Hansen did not cover EDP for the longest time and why he relatively stayed quiet. And interestingly enough, this also kind of gives an answer as to why Mike Lung did EDP because a lot of people had thrown ideas. After the Boogie documentary, they said, "Oh, why don't you do DSP, Wings of Redemption, other locales? Probably Chris Chan or fucking, fucking Hassan." Well, when he looked into the what is it? When he looked into other content creators or other people, he had reached out to them and they had all told him they basically had weird stipulations. They weren't allowed to do certain things. Or like he wasn't allowed to ask him things, or like some topics were off the table, which kind of made it where okay, well, it's pointless to interview then or do a documentary on you. And EDP was the only one who agreed and had the least amount of restrictions. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The fucking pedophile himself, arguably the most incriminating person I've ever self-incriminating, had no restrictions. So that, and he didn't reveal who these other people were, but I mean, your imagination can run wild. I genuinely think Hassan was one of these people that had reached out, if not Destiny. And I bet you he was, they straight up like had a whole list of things where like, okay, you can't ask me this. We cannot talk about this. We can't do this or any of that. So that is why he did EDP. And again, I'm actually going to leave a link of it. Hopefully one of my chats, one of my mods can leave a link to this. But I recommend watching this video because this video actually does a really good job and kind of explains a bit of the behind the scenes on why he did this documentary and why EDP was chosen and some of the other aspects that we didn't know. And honestly, it's a good interview. But while Mike Lung is getting his flowers for this interview, and things are not looking so good for JIDION. All right, things are not looking good for him. So after this live stream or this doc, there was actually quite a lot of stuff that was revealed about the JIDION case, in particular how he handled it. We all know how bad Alex Rosen handled it, which, by the way, he's still molding to this day about it. He's still molding. So
Look at that hairline.
I know that fucking hairline. I think I want to say he
Like-
did it on purpose, but I mean, I don't know. At
Well,
this point.
like I think a majority of the time he's bald. But like, dude, speaking as a bald dude, okay. If you're gonna present yourself on camera, you gotta make sure that you shave that motherfucker. Otherwise, you look like that. God damn.
Skelly, Truk, fuck, I'm behind on the stream. Your obsession with big. Okay, can't be. Yeah, I don't have an obsession. Howard Stern giveaway. To be honest, Mike Lung should have just name dropped DSP when he talked about that because we all know that's who it was. That was probably one of the people, honestly, knowing how DSP is. Howard Stern, Bowie, EDP wanted to
It was
share his
like,
love for
listen,
little girls.
you can't talk about
Yes,
WWE. You can't talk about the camera incident.
Robin, 50 viewer, needs some Roy game. Probably. Needs fucking. What is that thing, that little ointment that you, like. It's like you grab. It's Keeps. I think it's. No, it's not called Keeps, is it? Is it called Keeps? The one for the hair.
Keeps is the brand that people use to help with their hair loss.
Has that worked in your case?
Well, I don't desperately try to cling on to my hair.
Oh,
I'll just
okay,
shave.
so
Just
that's
shave my head.
That's enough then. 50 viewer face reveal. Robin, my face is fucking out there on Instagram. What the fuck are you on about? You're retarded. You literally
Dude, you're talking to the best Daredevil cosplay right here.
Exactly. Which, by the way, we might see another Daredevil cosplay in September. Just saying. Anyways, so yeah, JIDION. So JIDION has, because this situation finally told a cohesive version of events that happened with JIDION and KAYLA and EDP, and this is basically JIDION's whole thing.
Man, so I want to address some claims that have been going on for a while, and I also want to address some claims that were made specifically from KAYLA in the new Mike Klum documentary about EDP, and I want to give context and clear up things, but in no way do I want any hate to be sent towards KAYLA. Even though there are lies being said about me, I wish nothing but the best for her, and I ask that none of you guys send any hate to her whatsoever at
His fans did it anyways.
all. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
I feel like I was a victim of EDP, but mainly a victim of JIDION. They collectively never once told me to go straight to law enforcement. I feel like I am a victim of JIDION because he encouraged me to keep talking to a pedophile. They also instructed me to keep messaging EDP, which was incredibly draining. Yes, JIDION was encouraging me to continue messaging him. I wasn't allowed to report anything to the cops until the day of the sting. I just think that he should have told me to block EDP, but he didn't. JIDION on a phone call even told me not to report anything to the police because a private case was being built up behind the scenes. JIDION is a very selfish, greedy, and a scam artist type of person. Now, me personally, am I an opportunist? Yes, I am. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
So the claims are that I facilitated a predator to come inside of my Discord channel, which allowed KAYLA to be groomed. The other claims are is that I forced.
I'm sorry, you invited EDP onto. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, we're getting to that part. We're getting to it.
This video gets me
and pressured her and to keep on being in contact with EDP. And the third claim is that I forced.
Oh, by the way, Robin, if you ever do join, and let me know in, what is it? If you join in general, let me know. Type in the chat. Wait, what the fuck? Who the fuck is just send this to me? No shot. Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm getting sent something. Breaking, ladies and gentlemen. Do not tell me.
Oh my god, JIDION is messaging Skelly.
No, not JIDION. Who the Oh, this fucking idiot. You weren't lying. So, I just got a DM sent this. I thought this was bullshit, but no. This is actually... What the fuck? Oh my god.
Wait, is it actually JIDION messaging?
No. Look in the screen. So, someone named Jonathan Hills.
What?
He's a fucking troll who does the Buddhist hotline. He fucking put out a tweet saying that EDP did nothing wrong. This is a fucking troll.
Fucking god.
Fucking idiot. Actual idiot. To be fair, though, it hasn't gained that much. Why is this in the replies? Why is this in the replies? What? Okay. I did
also, Jesus, Kanga. Jesus.
Kanga is based for that. Why? Fuck this guy. Anyways, I know he's trolling, but that's so stupid. Anyways.
And demanded that she not go to the police even though that she was talking to EDP. So we're going to knock them all out, and I'm going to address everything. So first, let's address the claim that EDP met KAYLA from my Discord channel. She was a minor at the time, but now she is 19 years old. So let's address that.
KAYLA Hoskins is the victim being referenced in the Sting operation, and she's not a decoy. Like Skeeter said, this one is for real. But how did she meet EDP445? Well, she was a huge fan of JIDION, and she was in his Discord server. EDP, after being invited by JIDION to his public server full of children, noticed her profile, found her Instagram connected to it, and messaged her.
Now, the reason why people believe that EDP met her through my Discord is because I was under the impression that's how it happened, and I'm the one who put out the statement that EDP found her through my Discord. When EDP joined my Discord,
people were under the impression that this happened, but it's because I said so. You see, guys, you guys are lying on me. You only believed it because I said it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Isn't this like widely common accepted?
To do the interview with us, he didn't join, but he found a girl in my Discord, right? And in her Discord, she has her Instagram. So EDP, being the Rizzler that he is, he slides into her DMs and he initiates
The Rizzler he is.
contact with her. The reason why I gladly took the blame for EDP meeting her through my Discord, because at the time, I truly believe that's how he found her, and I wanted to take accountability for my role in this occurrence. But as it turns out, KAYLA herself in the documentary stated that she had already been messaging EDP before I had even ever added him in my own Discord.
My name is KAYLA Hoskins, and in June 2023, I received an Instagram DM from EDP445, otherwise known as Bryant.
She literally said, "I received an Instagram." Wait, what? Wait, repeat.
She
So the documentary stated that she had already been messaging EDP before I had even ever added him in.
She had already
So,
been Wait, she had already been messaging EDP before I had even added him in. But she's saying here that because what he says that he's kind of implying. Maybe I'm just looking at this like very asinine, but he's implying here that she messaged him first. But she
No,
says
that's
that,
exactly what he's saying.
Instagram DM from EDP445, otherwise known
He's
as Bryant.
trying to negate any criticism of him bringing EDP into his server. But the fact of the matter is, whether or not they were already talking prior to him being in your server, you still let a predator in your server full of minors, which I don't think should
I
not be
first
glossed
replied to
over
EDP.
whatsoever.
because this is the thing. Because like here's, I'm sorry, but it's just she said she received an Instagram DM from EDP. She's not explicitly saying they met before JIDION server. Hold on.
Because
continue this.
I always reply to anyone who messages me, and I didn't know who he was, but I freaked out because he told me he was, and sooner rather than later he started sending very flirtatious messages. A while later, JIDION added EDP into his Discord filled with kids for a Q&A, and then when I told people like in the server that EDP texted me, JIDION quickly knew about it because his manager told him.
So EDP was added into my Discord server to do an interview on June 21st, and he was banned that same exact day because he never came up to actually do the interview because he wanted to get paid last minute.
Okay.
And even though I had 70,000 people in my live stream, I'm not going to pay a pedophile to interview him. Either he wants to interview or he doesn't. So I was not about to pay
Yeah,
that man.
guys,
Okay,
that's where
okay,
JIDION draws the line. He's gonna invite the pedophile to a Discord full of minors, but he won't pay him.
Rob Media showed the full clip when KAYLA said she got a message from EDP after he joined the server. Can't believe that guy defended EDP on Twitter. Burn the world. I mean, JIDION is using what she said against her. And she says a while later, JIDION implying that they were already in contact before she was added to the Discord. I mean, yeah. I mean, either way. I mean, that's such a mindfuck. But the thing is, though, is that okay. So this is we can. So let's go with this. All right. So, I mean, for me, I just find it so weird that conveniently EDP messages KAYLA, and KAYLA turns out to be a JIDION fan because she has stated numerous times that she looked up to JIDION or was a big fan of his, and not only in her interview with INUT, but I think she has said it before. So the fact that EDP message, because it's believable too. EDP joins the server, probably looks through all the people, and then sees, oh wow, look at this girl, and then that's how he's able to find her on Instagram. Either way, though, that doesn't change the fact whether it's true or not. That's how it happened. There's something that still hasn't changed, and JIDION that there's something that still hasn't changed and has still been consistent with the retelling. The fact that JIDION invited EDP to a server full of minors. And on top of that, when JIDION found out about the situation, the first thing he didn't think to do, all right? The first thing he didn't think to do was to get the police involved right away and start a sting operation. That was not the first thing, and we're going to see that moving forward, all right?
All right, my nigga, so here's the deal. We ain't doing no goddamn interview until I'm fucking compensated, my nigga. You feel me?
No, JIDION did not win, you fucking idiot.
I don't give a fuck, you know? I deserve to be compensated for my motherfucking time, for my efforts, you feel me?
You're not even doing anything. You're like literally like
You're
running
a
around in your own
pedophile.
filth.
You're literally a pedophile, my guy.
And also, here's the message log of all the things that he said in my Discord. And I know it's a lot of stuff, but yeah, so that's all he said in my Discord, and he was promptly banned that same.
Guys, it's impossible for him to groom someone. He only had one message in the Discord server.
Same exact day. Now, on June 23rd, that is the day that KAYLA at least went public in my Discord server, telling people in the Discord that EDP was talking to her. She was saying, hey, is this the real EDP account? Because if it is, he just messaged me. Now, I know you guys are saying, JIDION, that says deleted user. How do you know that that's her? Well, we did a lot of digging through the Discord server, and this is some evidence to show that it's her because we have old screenshots and everything. But to fully show you that this deleted user is her, she actually posted a photo of her ID photo on the Discord server saying how much she hated her photo. So yeah, this is for sure her. Keep in mind, she's the only one who alleges that EDP hit her up from my Discord server. Nobody else has ever came out saying that EDP hit them up from my Discord server.
Anybody else
So
think
out of
it's
the
weird that
130,000
his
people,
server full of minors is like they're all just posting like really, really personal, identifying information about themselves?
I mean, it's fucking JIDION's community. What do you expect? These guys fucking like, he literally like promotes doxing and harassing. Like not too long ago, he did that shit on
Yeah.
Instagram. Which, by the way, I'm not pulling that up. You can actually watch the Troublemaker
God
episode
no,
where
fuck no.
where he literally
Fuck
actually
that.
posted the like district attorney's like what is it, fucking phone number and address. I think, well, right?
Yeah, and told his fans that they should persuade her to change her opinion.
Yeah, like absolute. I'm not pulling that up. So yeah, I'm not surprised his fans are that fucking stupid.
she was the only one, and she goes public with it 2 days later after we did the interview with EDP, and she's telling the Discord that EDP's talking with her. So one of the members in my Discord said, send a screenshot. And for some reason, KAYLA says, I'll send one real zoomed in for you. And she zooms it in only on the sup that he said. And to show that this really is him, when she showed us the messages, as you guys can see, EDP said sup. Now, I am going to be real. I do not 100% know if anything was said before that sup. I am going to go off of her word, going to be real.
That's literally how Instagram works. So what? Look at that. This is actually stupid because this is how like DMs work. Whenever you're like, even if you switch over to a new phone, the DMs don't go away. You can only see the top profile, the name, followers, and everything if it's the very first thing. And this is it. This is the first message that EDP got, this is the first message of the conversation. So
I do not 100% know if anything was said before that sup. I am going to go off of her word. She says that EDP hit her up first, but I do find it a little weird that she zoomed in on that sup when someone asked for a screenshot. Now, when she first went public in my Discord server about talking to EDP, random members in my server were telling
like that's such a stupid point. The support like zoomed in. That's such a no point because he literally like
Yeah,
disproves
like he's
the
like
thing.
justifying, like, dude,
Yeah,
well,
you
like,
guys-
she might have messaged the pedophile first.
Yeah,
like
'cause this literally like
that to prove?
disproves it.
Like, what's that to prove anyway?
Hold
Like,
on, let me go to my DM.
like that's still a pedophile, JIDION.
Cause let me see. What the fuck? I don't even know who the hell this. Anyways, because this literally disproves it. Hold on, let me go to my fucking DMs with someone, just random friend. Let's see. I'm not showing him because
Skelly's checking the DMs for his hoes.
Oh, okay, yeah, I wish. Yeah, it's actually Burns' mom. Yeah, no, yeah, because so you see that little bar right there, like in like right here at the edge where my mouse is. I don't know if you can see my mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally how the bar is. When you go like to the top of your DMs, it's not gonna be at the very top of like where the battery or the flag is. No, it's literally gonna stop right there where it says like below view profile. That's literally where it's gonna stop. So yeah, this whole argument that why did there's a good because he's literally trying to make the argument that she messaged him first, and how are we gonna
anyway,
know
guys,
that?
I
That's
am
stupid.
JIDION. God is great, and Kayla was asking for it.
Yeah, no, like that's such a nothing point. Like focusing on the sub, that's such a
Also,
nothing
side
point.
tangent. What the fuck's going on with his cord situation there? The fuck's going on?
What do you mean? What court situation? Which one?
Look at his cord for his mic.
Oh, I thought you used cords. Actually, yeah. What the fuck? What is that? Why is it like that? Mine is not even like that.
So it's like it's a USB microphone. So like that's directly plugged into a computer. So but like how does he have his computer set up? Anyway, that's not important. I just like when I did my reaction to it, it bothered me greatly.
Well, no. Well, now it's starting to. Now I noticed it.
My Discord server about talking to EDP. Random members in my server were telling her to block him, telling her to get away, report him, and just telling her to just stop being in contact with him because he's a predator. And every time somebody would tell her something about stop communicating with him, she never replied to those comments. She also made these posts in the Discord asking users if she should troll him. And then she also puts in there, should I be a decoy? Should I do a catch a predator? Nobody replied to that message. Now, keep in mind, all these messages that she had posted in my Discord were nearly 2 weeks before I even knew about the situation.
When I told people like in the server that.
Okay, well, first off, his fucking moderators are just stupid. Like, why would you not? That's another thing too. Is that community is like actually like infants. Like, why would you not also bring that up to JIDION right away? The fuck?
EDP texted me.
Well, also too, like his fucking like he's not gonna show the clip here actually, but in the Turkey Tom video, his main mod inside just like, yo, I told her that like she should like lead him on for content.
Oh, we got that one put up. That was in the interview, right? I've not watched this, so.
Oh no, yeah, but like I want to talk about that clip because it's fucking insane because it just shows that everyone involved in this situation was just fucking clout hungry.
Oh yeah, a JIDION fan isn't. Yeah, Robin. Literally, a JIDION fan is a fucking fetus. Actually.
Dion quickly knew about it because his manager told him.
And also, I have no idea how long they were
Ken.
talking previous to when she put these messages in my Discord server. I just can't confirm that. Now, fast forward on June 28th, so this is 5 days after she first went public in my Discord server saying that she was talking to EDP. She was telling users in my public VC of a Discord of 130,000 people that she was talking to EDP. And this is what the users in that VC told her when she was telling them that she was talking to a predator and that she's underage.
In the text messages, do you state your age?
Yes.
Okay,
like
good.
clearly and multiple times?
Yeah.
And you like, yeah, I mean, that's straight up wild. It's insane.
You can just send this shit to the FBI tip line if you want.
And again, after all of these people told her that she should stop talking with him and go to law enforcement, she just never responded to them.
I mean, what are you gonna do from here? You're gonna like call the police?
Yeah, but I guess I'm trying to get more evidence though, and then I need to get like, I don't know.
Now, fast forward to when I found out about this whole situation. When I first got on the call with her, I let her know I didn't feel comfortable with her talking with a predator, with her being underage. So I came up with some clever ideas to where we could switch off and I could take over communication and she wouldn't have to. Here's one of those examples that I gave her. Maybe we could say something like, hey, my parents switched providers and I couldn't get my number, so this is my new one. And then it'd be a number that we could text through. And granted, in that call, she did agree that that was a good idea, but she never gave over the communication to me nor Skeeter. Now, I really don't know why she never really wanted to give us over either the information for us to continue talking to him or even just saying that her number was messed up so we could talk to him on a different number. But when going through her messages in my Discord, I did find this thread of her and I'm gonna just let you guys hear it. So someone in my Discord rudely tells her that you taking credit for clout chasing a predator. She replies and said, no, I meant like, I'm not gonna go to trial after trial to not get credited. He's literally going to jail because of me. I'm saving these streets. Stop. Also, she responded to somebody who rudely told her that all she wanted was clout. And she said, if another YouTuber is going to make clout off of my situation, so am I. TF, that's wrong to take full credit off of something. You're just too young to realize it. And I know it's deleted user on deleted user. So I'm going to show you guys that at least this one is specifically hers. Somebody that lives in a different time zone as her, but as you guys can see, it's still 08 on the same day. They said, Kayla Hoskins, today at 8:08 p.m. If another YouTuber is going to make clout off of my situation, so am I. TF. So that's just to show that this was 100% her saying this. And the crazy thing is this isn't about a clout situation because it's really a tragic one. This man was talking to who he knew to be a 15-year-old girl, and he continued having sexual conversation, which is absolutely horrible, and EDP should be thrown under the jail cell. And in my first call with her, after I checked up on her to make sure that she was okay, I even let her know that I wanted her to be a ghost in this entire situation. And don't worry about your privacy and everything, Kayla. You're gonna be a ghost in all of this. The only people that I wanted to know that she was personally involved in this and that she had been talking to him is her parents, which I also told them. Sure, you're aware of everything that's happening.
Yes, my daughter always communicates to me. She is, I think she considers me her best friend.
Oh, that's awesome. And B, law enforcement. I didn't want anybody else and nor the world to know that this minor was talking to EDP. That's why me and Skeeter wanted to take over communication. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we should I'll be like, yo, could you give us your information? We'll give it right back to you. You could change it. We just don't feel comfortable with conducting the investigation with an actual 15-year-old talking to him.
Yeah, basically. Or if you can get him to, text her, and we can put up a text now account.
And well, yeah, just set up a new one, yeah. And even though I wasn't doing preg catching back then, I even knew that cases like this could take a while. So we had actually made a pact that we weren't going to go public with anything about the EDP case until EDP was arrested. Now,
This is such a stupid fucking thing. I'm sorry, this is just pissing me off. This is I've been quiet, I know, but this is just pissing me off. So, first off, the cat was already out of the bag. I mean, everyone in that fucking Discord, it was 100, it was 100,000, thousands of people fucking knew that situation the moment she opened her mouth. And keep in mind, I'm not gonna give her too much shit because she was a 15-year-old at that time. I mean, how she was looking, she literally put her trust in these two fuckheads, and look what happened, right? And second of all, I don't know why JIDION is he's honestly being so stupid. There should be no what is all this planning shit and doing? This is literally him taking action into his hands and not knowing what to fucking do. He literally has no idea what he's doing. It's so fucking obvious. He's winging it. No, you don't. You go and tell the parents. You go and tell law enforcement right away. Show them everything what you have, and boom. There's no, we need to make a pact. There's no, we need to, you're going to be a ghost in this. We need you to continue talking. No, there's none of that. You guys are not fucking professionals. Hell, you guys are better off getting Alex fucking Rosen to give another shot than having you guys, or actually the actual fucking Chris Hansen. Literally. It's so, I'm sorry, but this is actually this is actually pissing, the more I'm watching this again, is actually pissing me off. I'm actually getting genuinely annoyed. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, where did Nerdy go? Did Nerdy leave? Oh, it's Simpman. Simpman, what are you doing here?
Help us help retarded children.
Oh, okay. Have you watched this video?
Sure.
Oh, okay. Are you in the live?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I mean, what do you think about all this, since you're, I guess, filling in for Nerdy?
Let's be very clear, all right? Never trust a black person to save children, all right? That's the first mistake that anybody is making here, all right?
God damn it.
Secondly, I really just don't care. If anytime you actually come across anybody that's in this space online, anybody that posts YouTube videos about, catching predators, quote unquote, it is never for children. It is always for fucking clout. I have never seen somebody actually do this genuinely for the concern of children, because anybody that actually had the concern of children always called parents and called police. They never fucking did this shit by themselves. They always would call the police. They wouldn't think about uploading it first to YouTube.
No, they just it's actually infuriating. This is why I strongly believe JIDION doesn't deserve the platform. Out of all the creators, I don't usually have that opinion for a lot of people, but he is actually one of the few people where I firmly stand that I don't think he deserves a platform or even an audience.
Thinking JIDION literally in a cupcake costume confronting EDP, and you posted that on your Instagram. So how could you not want anybody to know about it? The only reason why I posted that is because on August 27th, Kayla had texted me saying that the detectives told her that it was okay for her to post a video to talk about the situation, which looking back on now, I know is pretty weird, and I personally highly doubt that a detective would tell a minor to come out and make a YouTube video about a situation with a predator. But nonetheless, Kayla went public first about this entire situation, not only going public with it, but also dropping the chat logs as well.
Hello, my name is Kayla and I am unfortunately EDP's victim. I am 16, I'm turning 17, and the EDP first started talking to me when I was 15. He messaged me first and I told him my age and he didn't block me.
So that is the only reason why me and Skeeter went public with it afterwards, because everybody already knew that we were involved in the situation. So we let them know, hey, this is what happened. But the plan from the beginning was to make sure that this all goes through and that EDP was arrested. Then we were going to post about it. And to prove that to you guys, here's an IG live that I did the day that we caught EDP that somebody screen recorded, where we didn't let anybody know who we caught. All we said was that we caught somebody big.
Y'all know what we do. We would tell you guys who we just caught, but legally we can't. But it's big. It's big. The person that we're talking about, he talked to a real underage person, but we can't say.
This is such a lie. He didn't catch anyone. Like, everyone knows exactly who he's talking about, because he literally said that everyone in his community, like, it literally got out. Like, they're like, yeah, we just didn't have it straight from the source, but we all knew. Like, his literally like fetus of fan base, like, all fucking knew. So
yeah, and let's look at the mindset that JIDION had with this. All right, like he knew that he caught quote unquote EDP with this information. He's quote unquote caught. What is the mindset? It's okay, we're gonna go catch him. We're gonna go set up to get video and all this coverage, and we're gonna be on our way down there. It's not, and do a live stream. Obviously, this stupid little TikTok live stream. It's not contact the police. It's not contact the parents. It's not any of that shit. It's fame, clout, and moving on to the next one.
Robin brings.
There's no care.
Robin's here, right? For someone that wants to keep it hidden, he sure was drip feeding it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like, he's apparently trying to keep it quiet, keep it under the rug, so it doesn't affect the investigation. But yet, here he is filming a fucking video, him in a fucking costume, trying to get EDP. And here's the thing too. The reason why EDP said so much incriminating shit the first time with Alex Rosen, or like really just gave up, because he thought there was actual law enforcement, like, around the corner somewhere. But he knows JIDION and Skeeter don't actually work with law enforcement or didn't actually have anyone. So that's why he kind of stayed quiet and told them to fuck off. So yeah, if they actually had cops with them, they could have actually arrested him too. That's the tragic part about all this. Had the cops actually been straight from the beginning, he would have actually been arrested.
But you guys will find out very, very, very soon. Maybe a couple years. Possibly a couple years. Like, that's how bad this is.
But again, I want it to be known that I don't want any hate to be sent towards Kayla at all. She is a young woman, and genuinely, I would want her to move past this, man. You know, that's why I didn't want her name to be out there or her name to be associated with this, because bro, nobody wants to be known as the person who got groomed by EDP. About a year ago, she dropped a video titled "What JIDION Did Will Shock You," and this is what she had to say.
When I realized something was wrong, I spoke to a moderator in JIDION's Discord server, who happened to be someone I was kind of besties with at the time. But for her own privacy and safety, I won't say her name. I explained the situation, and soon...
Hold on, someone is knocking on my door. I will be back, ladies and gentlemen. Try not to, man, don't have the stream taken down, okay? I'll be back.
So chat, do you like slurs? Chat, what's your favorite type of slur? What do you use on a daily basis?
All right, I'm back. All right, let's continue. All right, did you fucking say the N-word while I was gone?
Skelly is my favorite slur? Yeah, true.
Wow. Everyone in the voice call started asking questions. Someone told Inside about what happened, and he ended up joining the voice call
Oh yeah, so we're gonna watch the interview with this
as well,
guy real quick.
and asked me if I wanted to be bait.
So I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. When she made this video, it was already 2 years removed from the whole situation. So maybe she forgot how that conversation really went. But do you guys remember that VC call that I had showed you guys earlier where it was a bunch of people? That's the VC call that she's alluding to. And in that VC call, it was actually KAYLA's idea to where she wanted to be the bait. And the people in the VC were coming up with ideas to get EDP to come out in person. And then KAYLA decided to give herself up as tribute. I'll play the clip.
Do like the first meeting and then they not approach him.
Right.
In public.
Like in public,
and then get his
yeah.
confidence, and then like lure, and then like get him in traffic.
Lure him to a hotel,
Right.
yeah.
Real.
So that would be like.
You still have to get a little. You
Hey,
still have to
listen,
get a
I
little.
mean,
inside.
to be honest, I don't mind doing it, and I don't think my parents would mind.
And you'll see
Like
here how not
My
only the members
parents won't mind. Oh my fucking god.
Like, dude, this is a fucking 15-year-old. Of course she's gonna like listen to what everyone is gonna be like. They're all literally colluding her, like coercing her into like doing it. You know, and like
Coercing
she's
her? Nah, they're grooming her. They're
yeah,
grooming her on this one.
unironically, it's a fucking doing it. Like the fuck? His fans just repeatedly encourage. That's what I'm saying. Somebody like they're literally like coercing her, and she's literally 15 years old. She looked up to JIDION. She like said she was a fan of him. So of course she's gonna listen to, you know, all the members in his community because she wants to look good in his eyes. That's why she put so much trust in the fucker. And look what happened.
the VC call shut that down completely, but also the mod that she said.
No, they didn't. They absolutely didn't.
So that would be like.
You still have to get a little.
Lure him to a hotel,
Right.
yeah.
And
Like,
get his
yeah.
confidence, and then like lure, and then like get him in traffic.
Lure him to a hotel,
Right.
yeah.
Real.
So that would be like.
You still have to get a little. You still have to
listen,
get a little.
I mean, to be honest, I don't mind doing it, and I don't think my parents would mind.
And you'll see here how not only the members in the VC call shut that down completely.
No, they didn't. They absolutely did not.
But also the mod that she says offered her the role of being bait also shut it down.
Inside, I have an
I don't know.
Regardless of
I
how
don't
you
know.
feel, should
It would be
there.
real. That's
Yeah.
really a risk.
We
Like high key. I don't.
Yeah.
Do not do that under any circumstances.
Okay,
Wait,
listen,
what?
Because you're
I had a.
Yeah, you
I
shouldn't
had a-
actually physically be there.
I'm
Yeah,
Yeah,
tolerating
you would be
Yeah.
subjecting.
I-
Technically, they would
Especially
be
since he talks
subjecting
about
you to
weapons.
a pedophile.
So I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and say that she's just misremembering it because it was a long time.
That's like clearly cut off though. Hold on. Cause that's one. Hold on. These are two different things. Cause in this one, they're talking. So in the one he just showed, that's her being there physically. But then in the other one, she's there talking about like pretending to be bait or something,
Him.
or like
Right.
to actually meet up with him, or I don't know. Cause I'm sorry, but this feels like two different clips. That doesn't seem like the same fucking thing.
For my former mod Inside. And sadly, but also weirdly, this was not the only time that KAYLA was trying to be an IRL decoy to meet EDP in person. Since she never gave us the logins nor let us do the plan that we had of switching out the communication, I instead thought of the idea of getting an adult decoy. So that way when EDP came to meet, we could have an adult decoy there. Now, I had asked her to send me some photos of her, and she sent me these photos right here. With these photos, we found an actress that looks fairly similar to her. So I just find it weird that she's saying that we were forcing her to keep on talking to EDP when we're jumping through all these different hoops. I mean, if we can find an actress that looks just like her, then why wouldn't we just take over the communication? It just, to me personally, it doesn't make any sense, but again, she might just be misremembering things, so I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. Now, I had sent her a photo of the of-age decoy that we'll be using, and she sent me this really weird message. I'm gonna read that message for you real quick, and keep in mind, to my knowledge at least, this is the second time she's asked to meet EDP445 in person. Let me read you what she said. She said, "Quick question. I was wondering why you need a decoy to lure EDP, because, hear me out, if he sees it, he's gonna leave. Meaning if he sees the decoy, he's gonna leave. And if it's actually me, I could get him to do devious things on camera that he won't be able to deny in court, you know? And since I'm really turning 16 on that day, wouldn't it make it more real? Like I could get him to spill the beans because I feel like he'll try to trick the decoy." And I let her know cops aren't going to allow you anywhere near that. I really didn't even know how to respond to that. Now, sadly, I couldn't control nor stop her from communicating with EDP 445, and that was already worse enough that she was even in communication /
No, there was a way. There was a way. You can get the cops involved,
Mhm.
literally. Like, here's my fucking issue with this. She was a minor. Like, all these points he's bringing up, like, she was a minor. You're treating her like as if she was an adult. I'm sorry, but she really doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. Neither
Man,
does he. I'm sorry, but
I'm so impressed with that. It's a minor, and you have no ability to stop her. There's nothing you can do. There's not a way. You are outsmarted by a 15-year-old. You're so fucked, and yet you're trying to do a career of catching like fucking pedophiles.
because this whole
My
thing,
fucking God.
this whole thing, he's like literally treating her like as if she's an adult. Like she has developed, like she knows what she's doing. She doesn't. She's literally an impressionable teenager. She's way over her head. And this fucking idiot cannot put two brain cells together to understand that maybe doing this and trying to have her, because it literally looks like he makes it seem like she's dictating the fucking situation, or like that's literally how this video is. Oh, I wanted to do this and that, but she wanted to do this and that. Well, okay, then that just makes it seem like you're an incompetent adult. Like, I'm sorry, you got told what to do by a teenager, and you don't know how to act as an actual adult. Like, that's literally how this video comes off as.
Walking with him. But I was going to make sure one thing I could control is that she was never going to be anywhere near the vicinity of EDP 445. And this is why I'm giving her this strong benefit of the doubt, because, bro, if I had to remember things 3 years ago, I would misremember too.
However, rather than treating the situation seriously, JIDION saw it as content.
Now, it really does suck that KAYLA sees it as all I saw was content, and truly...
Because you did! You kept drip feeding information!
I mean, I didn't just see it as content. I saw it as a monster actually talking to a minor who's a fan of me. So I wanted to do everything in my power to get that man arrested, and I want her to stop being subjected to that monster, which is...
And he failed. And he completely failed.
Why I told her to block him.
I told JIDION every single time that EDP would send me dick pics, but he would never tell me to, like, block him or anything.
I want you to block him on your phone, right?
And I continued messaging him because it was very, like, encouraged for me to keep doing it. I didn't really want to, but I didn't want to disappoint anybody.
I mean, what are you going to do from here? You're going to, like, call the police, I guess?
And that is the entire reason why I want to seamlessly transition so that we could take over the communication, because we would do a way better job. And not only that, but a minor would not be talking to a predator anymore. And I don't want to put words in her mouth, so I'm going to let her speak for herself. But I think the reason why she didn't let us just take over and let her be a ghost is because of what she said right here.
Now, me personally, am I an opportunist? Yes, I am. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as you're not harming anybody. And I don't think I was harming anybody. And especially when you're my age, if you're 16, people are going to think that you're young and dumb. So you kind of have to be an opportunist. You have to make your own opportunities. You cannot be waiting for them. But this entire situation was not that at all.
Now, I do want to give an update. So, KAYLA gave me case numbers and detective numbers to call. I called the detective number and it was disconnected. And it took me like till 3 years later to finally find out what police station she went to and everything. And she really doesn't have...
And I don't think I was harmed.
I think the reason why she didn't let us just take over and let her be a ghost is because of what she said right here.
Now, me personally, am I an opportunist? Yes, I am. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that, as long as you're not harming anybody. And I don't think I was harming anybody. And especially when you're my age, if you're 16, people are going to think that you're young and dumb. So you kind of have to be an opportunist. You have to make your own opportunities. You cannot be waiting for them. But this entire situation was not that at all.
Now, I do...
Okay. All right. There's so many fucking layers, because I'm sorry. I had to go and play that back, because I'm... So many layers to that. Okay. All right. So, first off, JIDION... Because of that, JIDION... That literally clear-cut, like what he said right here before. The reason why we didn't take over... Hold on.
I think the reason why she didn't let us just take over and let her be a ghost is because of what she said right here.
She didn't let us. All right? She didn't let us. No. She has no choice in the matter. I'm sorry. You don't leave that up to her. You literally step in and take it. Okay, that sounded wrong. You step in and take control of the situation. Same with the fucking parents. I don't know why the parents stood by. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the parents were like told like not. I don't think they were told the whole truth either from JIDION or KAYLA, but Jesus Christ, no! You as an
I feel
adult step in
I
and
feel
take
like
care.
when you hear him doing this, what do you feel like, you're watching when he says all this shit, like, he has no power over what she does or anything?
I just want to fucking. I just feel like actual disdain and anger. Like I'm actually like, and also her saying this, because she says I'm an opportunist. Okay, so she goes public into the server. I feel like this at first it was an opportunity, and it backfired on her, and she didn't realize
Mhm.
what she was really doing, and then like that's when she was in actual help, and then wanted JIDION to put this guy behind bars, and guess what? JIDION didn't fucking do that. He let her down. That's literally because she admits that she was a fan of him and looked up to him. And I mean, you could see in that call, she was like like they were like literally coercing her into like doing a bunch, like into continuing this, and like giving her ideas on how to cash EDP and all this other shit.
Make your own opportunities. You cannot be waiting for them. But this entire situation was not that at all.
Now,
I don't know. There's like so many layers to that. It's like, because that's another thing though, and because fuck. This is just fucking up my mind because like she gets a message from EDP, doesn't block him. I don't know why you wouldn't, especially if you've been following JIDION and he's been covering EDP. That's a known pedophile. I don't know why you wouldn't block him, but whatever. You then go and keep messaging him. So you notice that it's starting getting nasty. You don't go and tell you don't tell the cops right away, your parents right away. Instead, you go to JIDION's community, and then you talk to JIDION, and then he knows. And I do find that weird that she doesn't want to do any of the like. At no point does she think, okay, maybe I should get the cops involved, or maybe I should get them. I know later on she says she got the FBI involved, but even still, though, I would try, like on her part, I would try and make a little bit effort. So I do think there was a bit of an opportunist moment here, but I think it just quickly backfired. As the situation got worse and worse and worse, it quickly backfired on her. Quickly. And I'm not saying that it's completely her fault. Again, she was a fucking minor. She doesn't like. I'm sorry, but she was just completely retarded in this. I'm sorry, anyone who's under 18 or really just, if you have no experience in life, in my opinion, I think if you're like, you don't become an adult until you really turn 20. That's just me. You're like at that before 20, you're like a complete dumbass. All right, you just don't know anything about life. You haven't experienced anything. All right, and I think that's just what happened in this case. All right, she made a choice. It didn't work out so well. And JIDION here, this fucking idiot, this walnut head shaped asshole, did a horrendous job on actually like protecting her.
I do want to give an update. So, KAYLA gave me case numbers and detective numbers to call. I called the detective number and it was disconnected. And it took me like till 3 years later to finally find out what police station she went to and everything.
I don't know. Am I wrong here, Simman? Am I wrong? I feel like I'm the only one crazy with this mindset.
Let's see. I think I am watching a really bad Batman and Robin skit between these two.
Pretty much. That's a good way to put it.
And she really doesn't have all the updates and everything, but luckily, since I deal with police so much, I kind of figured it out and figured out where to look. And I can confirm that there is a case number associated with the account, meaning that there wasn't a report made. And also, not only was there a report made, but I confirmed with the police station that this case is currently with the FBI. Now, granted, even though it's with the FBI, I don't know if they're still actively investigating it, and I don't know if they'll do anything with all of this, me personally. So while we can all hope and pray that this situation wasn't for nothing, because, I mean, at the end of the day, she was still groomed, she is still a victim, and EDP needs to be arrested, I don't know if the FBI is going to do anything with the information. Hopefully, with the popularity of the documentary, plus his admission, hopefully something happens. We'll just have to wait and see. And even in my first conversation with her, I let her know that for this one, we're gonna have to get law enforcement involved because we want this to be done away with. We want him to actually be gone.
Alright, that's like enough of his fucking video. He goes into other bullshit that I don't really care about. Because that is one thing after the documentary, I think what was it, the county, that where the first operation, not this one, not the 15-year-old, the 13-year-old with Alex Rosen, apparently that's being reopened. So yeah, I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't. Jesus Christ. But let's go into the other one though, cause actually I want to talk about this video because we'll go over the fucking insider interview. But KAYLA actually dropped a video talking about the documentary herself actually.
And it seems like I have caught some people in 4K. It's been a while. I know I haven't posted in a very long time. And with good reason. I'm about to get into all of it right now. I'm very nervous.
Gaming
I'm
Witch,
very
fuck
nervous
off.
to make this video. I've
No,
been rage baiting
absolutely
people with
not.
this video. A lot of people are like, when are you gonna upload? You need to upload. You need to make a response now. What are you doing? And you're right. You are very much so correct. But I am also a full-time law and med student, so I try to focus on that right now. I love YouTube and I
I'll give her that. She's not a fucking drug addict because of this.
always post on YouTube, but I did not pay thousands of dollars to go to school to not complete my school and to always be late on my assignments. And I'm also very stressed because of them. I stayed up late editing last night and I didn't like the video, so I'm just doing all of this now. I've been doing military breathing exercises because I have been having so much anxiety over this entire situation because it's gotten so messy and it's so big now. It's so mainstream now, which is kind of scary, but it's kind of good because people know, people should know, but it is very scary, especially when you're kind of just doing
Given
it
what you
yourself.
always
I
sexually
have no one
harass
really helping
me,
me
and I'm
with this or with anything
scared.
that I'm
You give me
doing. Not that I'm
nightmares.
complaining. I'm just saying, like, I just hope I'm doing the right things moving forward. I have taken notes about the entire situation. There's nothing here, it's on this side, but yeah, you guys have to make me take notes because this situation has gotten so messy. And yeah, so as to why I haven't posted in a very long time because I was under management for about 2 years and they wanted me to be very promiscuous online. Now, that is just not my character. I have a lot of intellectual power that I want to teach people on the internet, and I wouldn't be taken serious if I were to post promiscuously and lustfully.
That is quite the understatement of the fucking century. I want to teach.
Were to post.
What is it?
I have a lot of intellectual power that I want to teach people.
I have a lot of intellectual power. Bitch, you're fucking 19. What the fuck are you kidding? All right, you barely experienced life as it is.
And I wouldn't be taken serious if I were to post promiscuously and lustfully.
Idiot,
Also,
I
around that
hate
time,
you.
I was in a
That's not
relationship.
$10 says
and
that by
respected.
next year, $10 says by next year she opens up an OnlyFans.
Oh goddamn, that's gonna be. I know who's gonna be the first customer.
I did not want to post that way. So that's one thing. And also, I was gonna post around the World Cup, but then Mexico lost, and like, I'm still saddened by it. I'm still saddened by Mexico losing the World Cup. As many of you know, I was in a documentary that Mike Klum made about EDP 445.
Where everybody saw this.
445 situation.
And now this, with a 15-year-old girl?
He doesn't care that he keeps on committing crime. You don't give a fuck how old she is.
I hate talking about EDP 445, like I just want to move on with my life. My experience with Mike Klum was great. I was a bit skeptical about him. I have a lot of trust issues within the entertainment industry because being a teenager in it got me taken advantage of a lot by a lot of many different people that are not even online, more so people behind the scenes. And so I was very skeptical. He did give me his word on a Zoom call saying that he wouldn't make me look bad, and he didn't make me look bad. I think he tried to stay very neutral. However, he left a lot of interesting things that I said out of the documentary. Don't know if it was for legality reasons, but yeah, that's what kind of made the documentary not as interesting to me. It was a bit boring in a way when it came down to that whole JIDION Skeeter drama. I think that should have been paid attention to a little bit more. But then again, Mike Klum was also rushed to make this documentary by many people. So you got what you wish for, you know? As for the fake police report allegations, so this was a while back. Bloodspeth had a stream with JIDION that JIDION deleted. Deleted for a reason, just gonna say that. And he alleged that I made a fake police report. JIDION did. And so then a little while ago, like a couple days ago, JIDION hits me up. He's panic texting me, like frantically, like just spam texting me. And he's like, I have undeniable proof that you have a police report, da-da-da. And I'm like, the whole time I'm like, I'll put screenshots of it in this video, but the whole time I'm like, okay, so can you tell your audience that I did make a fake police report? Because people are literally threatening to dox me because they thought that I did make a fake police report.
Yeah, so that's one actually thing. She disabled comments after on this, and she actually talks about it. Spoiler alert, she talks about it in the iNuts stream. It was because JIDION's like his crazy fan base was spamming fucking like not just like her dogs, but also people that she follows and like are friends with her. Which that just gets to show how fucking unhinged his fan base is.
And so I never did a fake police report. I never have lied about anything that's legal because that could, for one, get me in a lot of trouble, and I'm very aware of that, but also because I've been very honest about the situation this whole time. Believe it or not, I have been. As for the nudes, so this is the part in the documentary that kind of weirded me out because I believe it was cut out. I recall saying that the idea of having my face like on a decoy's body, I recall saying that idea was brought up, but it was never fully like gone through with. But they cut that part out, maybe for shock factor. I did say that though, and so I don't know why they cut that out. That was kind of weird.
Hey, Shadow Humor. This is the girl who got groomed by EDP. This is like her response to the documentary.
That's that. I mean, I never sent him anything, and I for sure never asked him for anything. Oh my god, that's like
I hate you, Gaming.
top 1 abuser line. She asked for it. She was asking for it. Like, fuck you. As for phone calls, I do have phone calls, and I'm sorry for fidgeting with this pen. It's because I have notes here. I don't want people to think I'm reading a script. I have just notes of everything that I'm gonna go over, because you bitches made me take notes, okay? I'm just so tired. I want this all to be over with. You have phone calls sitting in the desktop right beside me. Honestly, I've just been lazy to download them, but if it really comes down to it, I will post them, you know? Like, if it really comes down to it, I will have to post them. Like, I can't.
Gaming, which we're literally not the same. Me and fucking Beavers are not, like, at all similar. Actually, why am I fucking reading that? Fuck off!
I've made him very aware of that. There was a lot of interesting things in the documentary that I also said that were not mentioned, but they were claims that I made, and you could see it like in a slideshow in a way. And it was regarding Face Drug and the Illuminati. Those were the ones people were more concerned about. As for Face Drug, all I'm going to say about him, JIDION brought him to be a part of the sting operation because he lives in San Diego, and I think he...
What the fuck? Why? I mean, there's no basis for that claim, but what the fuck?
Realized, like, a while into it, what the situation really was, and I don't know if he wanted to continue to be a... So that's that. As for the Illuminati, that is not something I want to talk about right now. I will talk about it in code, but this is the first and last time I probably will ever talk about it because simply, I don't want to die.
Okay, I think that's just bullshit. Yeah, no, I'm sorry, but this woman is a bit crazy with those two claims.
I think I was almost, I don't want to say a victim of,
Bit-
but what I think
bit
I was
crazy?
almost offered
Yeah, the fuck, yeah, I really doubt JIDION is part of the fucking Illuminati. And she
is
wants to spread her wisdom, I'm sorry.
to push an agenda that's very sexual and lustful and go against a country in the Middle East and support a country that's blue and white in the Middle East. And if I didn't do that, my sponsors would be taken away. And that was essentially almost like a threat that I got. So I do believe that something similar to the Illuminati exists. And I do think that people, such as JIDION, I don't know about Skeeter, maybe Skeeter, but...
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, this video sucks. She made like a shit fucking video. This video, however, this interview, which, oh my god, how long is this? Oh my god, oh fuck, I actually didn't realize how fucking long it is. So it's like really fucking long. So we'll try to power through. I don't really have that much time. I mean, I think it's really the beginning part, because I think like the good 40 minutes of it, of the interview is like actually pretty good. Probably, I don't know. We'll watch half of it. Unless... Actually, no, hold on. Actually, we definitely won't cover the Ben stuff, so we'll save actually this for another day, actually. I'll cover this actually right now, because this came out before this. So, we're gonna go over this.
Interview. First off,
so
thank you for...
If you guys remember, Insider was the guy that I guess was the first, like, I guess JIDION's top moderator in his Discord, who caught wind of all this. And this is his interview. Now, I don't have any of the screenshots or any of the tweets pulled up, but basically he was responding to a lot of people on Twitter, kind of spreading out, and I think he said like a lot of inconsistencies on Twitter. I haven't really kept up with this asshat because he's just kind of irrelevant to the story until now. So yeah, this is, I guess, his interview. After all that stuff, he's been relatively quiet on the whole thing. Who just donated or subscribed? Gaming Witch donated 3. Skelly is a new tone. Can you not? I hate. This is why I don't allow women in my stream, because Idiot and Gaming Witch just started coming up with weird ass fantasies of me. I cannot have this. Oh, okay, Robin's here. Robin is here. Sorry to keep you waiting, my friend. Robin, you're in the fucking live stream, you prick.
So I hear we're crucifying pedophile hunters.
Yes, sir. All right. I guess. All right. So we went over JIDION's video. What do you have to say? What do you have to say?
JIDION's a retard. He's doing it opportunistically, and he's a hypocrite. I think KAYLA's shady as fuck too as well, but he also has to keep in mind she's also a minor too as well, but she's still shady. JIDION,
Not anymore
not anymore now, but back then. And even when you put in that context,
I don't
JIDION's
give
still
her
the
excuse.
adult. JIDION is still an adult and should have done something, but no, he didn't. He
Like,
saw
here's-
dollar signs.
Here's the thing, I can't really criticize. Like, yes, a lot of the stuff is like criticizable, the way she handled and reacted to everything during the case. But the thing is, like, she was a minor. Like, teens are very impressionable. They're very, you know, they're fucking stupid. All right, they're fucking dumb. All right, I'm not gonna be holding that account. Like, I'm not gonna be holding her to the coals for that. Now, some of the stuff that she's saying now as an adult, yes, I can. Granted. All right, she's like still fucking, and she's fucking like what, 19? And I said that
18.
no, she's 19 right now. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's 19. Some of the stuff that she's like said, like JIDION being in the Illuminati, that just proves that
He's
still
part
has,
of the Illuminati.
Yeah,
he
like,
part of the New
part of
World
that is still.
Order,
And actually,
yo.
I just got another donation. Who the fuck donated again?
Yeah, that was
Tip
me.
$10. Skelly has a big. I hate this. I hate this. I literally
do you
YouTube
mean?
fucks me up on my time. Fine, I'll fucking read it.
Yeah,
Skelly
read
has
it.
big titty Asian goth girls with big, beautiful hobbit feet in his timeline. I have muscular tatted men in my timeline. We are not the same. Yeah, you're right, because yours is about men, mine's about women, and I don't have that. Oh, see, good night, Shadow Humor.
Oh, how unlucky for you. You have
Uh,
fat people then on your timeline then.
No, this says here hobbit. No, I have. That's you're fucking stupid. That no, there's no mention of fat people in that sentence.
No, I'm saying you don't have that, then you probably have fat
okay,
people on your
okay,
timeline then.
Okay. I thought you said I had that. No, that's fucking burn.
Bye,
Anyways,
Shadow Humor, by the way. Take care, Shadow Humor.
That's fucking burn. Burn has fat people eating food, alright? Fucking fat.
He has
bitch.
pumpkins on his timeline as well.
But no. But some of the claims she's saying, like with the Illuminati, some of this stuff that she's saying, like that's criticizable because she is like
It's retarded.
Yeah,
It's
because
retarded.
that thing is like the child mindset is starting to. It's still there, so it isn't until when I honestly my rule is that when you're in your 20s, that's when you really start living like an adult. That's when a lot of stuff starts coming in. So yeah. I bet you, like, probably looking back, she's gonna be like, okay, some of the stuff I believed in is like generally fucking dumb. I know there was definitely some stuff that
Schizophrenic.
I look back on and I'm like, I'm not really proud of, or like, oh, I don't believe in that. That's just how people are. That's how life is. But the fact that JIDION in his videos like trying to like is treating her like an adult when she was a minor, when
At the time.
yeah, at the time, like. It's fucking ridiculous. And keep in mind, you're the fucking adult. Why would you leave the choices up to the minor? Again, I just cannot fathom that. It's just so stupid. Oh my god, I'm just getting donation slander upon donation. It's Sandman donated 5. YouTube should bet. Can you? Why? Why would you donate that? I'm literally trying not to get the stream taken down. Are you actually stupid? I'm actually gonna strangle you, Sandman. That better have been. I swear to God, if that's fucking JFA, I'm actually gonna strangle JFA. I know that's also some shit JFA would say too. Fucking idiot. I'm trying not to get this stream taken down. I hate this. I hate this.
Look, Joe wasn't streaming, okay, so we need to find another avenue.
We call the guy. I need to know about Sleazy's paraphilias. I don't know who Sleazy is. I'm not surprised. I just never thought about it. No, his timeline. Okay, I'm not saying that name because I literally do not want to talk about that fat piece of shit every time I'm on a stream or a video. All right, I do not want to talk about that fat piece of shit. All right. We're going to finish off with this stupid fucking interview with this pathetic moderator, and then we're going to finish off with this. And then maybe next stream we'll finish the rest of this, because I'm not going to sit through fucking 2 hours of this stream. Anyways.
Even being willing to chat with me and kind of go over some of the stuff
Robin, you're in the live, right? You're in the fucking...
Yeah, I'm in the live. I
Alright,
see it.
good.
Don't worry.
that's been percolating, I guess, today and kind of over the JIDION stuff. If you just want to introduce yourself real quick.
I'm inside. I handled like some of JIDION's stream stuff and his Discord stuff for a few years back during when the EDP stuff happened.
And to clarify for people, there was some kind of stuff being thrown around. Specifically, KAYLA was saying that you were potentially his manager, but also...
Oh, for fuck's sake. Give me which donated to. We do a little bit trolling here. Her, in her. Yeah, right.
You know, like the other stuff. What did you officially do?
I mostly handled like Discord stuff and then like different community interaction things like talent shows for streams. Like,
Thank you for the $2, by the way.
I didn't do any like of his YouTube stuff or anything like that.
Okay, so you were not his manager in any way, shape, or form.
Right. I just handled like, you know, helping him build like a core audience of like the most loyal people, just small type of audience. It wasn't like an overall manager. I didn't have any like major role or any like input into his content at all for any of his videos on his main channel.
Let's just walk through that day to the best of your memory, because you said this was 3 years ago at this point, right?
It was like 3.5. It's going on 4, I think.
Okay.
Because that was what, June 2023. So it's just over 3. Yeah, just over 3.
The day that KAYLA had come forward, was that the same day that you had this voice call with her?
I think the voice call was a week after she started talking to EDP. I believe. I think it was June 27th or 28th that we had the call. And it was because somebody in the Discord pinged me. Actually, someone DM'd me and was like, "Yo, Inside, we caught EDP. Join the call now." And I can send you a screenshot of that. And so I joined the call. She's like telling us all about the EDP thing pretty early on into the call. Actually, here, how in depth should I go in? Should I just like
as much as you
overview,
can,
describe?
truly, yeah.
Okay. So join the call. She's like describing some of the things that he's saying, and somebody relays me some of the screenshots of what.
So already, the moment you told this Discord, it got out. And I don't think it was going to take... So the fact that JIDION tried so hard to keep this under wraps was really fucking pointless. Because you're really going to sit there and tell me that all the members in your fucking Discord are going to stay quiet?
They're not. They're gonna fucking they're gonna say it, especially with someone as big as EDP.
Exactly. Quite
Metaphorically and
literally.
physically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
quite literally.
like it's not gonna stay quiet. Like how actually stupid do you think like that's actually gonna keep under wraps? Like already, the moment this was sold in a Discord, the situation was already jeopardized, honestly.
EDP had told her, and I was like, bro, this is so. Like the first like 5 to 10 minutes of the call, I'm like half paying attention because I'm like looking through all this information that I just been sent. And it wasn't KAYLA who sent me the information; it was somebody else. I can't find their specific Discord, but I don't have any DMs with KAYLA, so I know somebody else sent me the screenshots.
And just
as
real
soon
quick,
as
I think for the sake of that, could you just quick stream and just show you going to those messages, like to show that you don't have.
Luis donated $10. What's up, big dog? Shout out to Luis.
Any with her?
All right, so here's the
thank you for the $10, by the way, dude.
Group chat with Skeeter, JIDION, and KAYLA. JIDION says, "Hey KAYLA, let me get the screenshots." JIDION called KAYLA without me. I missed the call, so I think it said something different when I joined
in later.
But here's some screenshots from the EDP's
what's that
Instagram.
First one, yeah.
Oh yeah, the first one. Yeah,
Okay.
this is that's awful.
Yeah.
And I just copied her user ID. Well, I'll just make sure that that's
totally
pasted
fine,
in
but
there.
yeah, there's no messages between you two.
Yep, no messages. Don't have her added. The only time I had her added was to add her to that group chat that you just saw.
Thank you for the Luis in the chat. Thanks for that.
Talking
Appreciate it.
about
and first time of the channel. Welcome.
how you had received the screenshots and stuff from somebody else, not even KAYLA. Do you still have those? Was it kind of stuff that's already been shared around, like the message
Yeah.
from Instagram, things like that?
I think almost all the screenshots are public.
Okay.
Here, I can actually just I have them in the DMs with JIDION because I relayed them to him.
Right.
So I have to go through here. I don't know. I can't find the specific person.
You're
they may
totally
have
good.
deleted their Instagram or unsent them or something like that, or not Instagram, Discord.
Cool.
But I think all of these screenshots are public already. And then this was July 2nd. So hey, Inside, we caught EDP. Get a VC now.
Okay.
So this was June 28th. So yeah, that was when I got in the VC and the VC was recorded.
Okay.
And I'll send you the VC recording of that. And then I think I DM'd JIDION like the next day on the 27th.
Okay.
Or no, not the 27th, the 29th.
That happens. You had hopped in the call. You said, were the messages like, so she was talking about it that night. Were the messages shared that evening, or were they relayed to you on the day that you relayed them to JIDION?
They were sent to me during like right as that call was happening. I joined and then someone in the call relayed me the messages. I don't see them in our DMs anymore. So I don't know if she deleted them or if it was somebody else who sent me the DMs or the messages. I believe I sent JIDION like all the videos and screenshots via text. Like the next day.
I'm sorry, but this is just like, how the fuck do you not keep track of who sent you who? I'm sorry, what? This is just plainly like, this is just like, you're to think that with something as big as this, you would like, because here's the thing. With me, I have certain people like pinned for fucking DMs. I kind of keep track of who's important to keep track. It's sent man donated to wait, I feel for EDP it's hard to find a minor. Okay, why? It's hard to find a minor to keep quiet. You should have done it or Wolfblacks would have actually no, Chris Hansen would have actually caught him. You forget that it's on there. Chris Hansen's on that sit, man.
You forget that what's it called? Chris Hansen got banned live on Roblox. They defended their pedophiles there.
Well,
They take care of their own. Chris,
But isn't he dropping? I'm pretty sure he's like dropping a whole like documentary on Roblox, isn't he? I'm pretty
yeah, we'll
sure.
see how it goes.
I guess so.
Might be
Okay.
Well, I know isn't Roblox like in legal troubles right now with this whole like minor shit?
Yeah. Oh my God, their stocks are shit.
Yeah.
And then he wanted them on Discord, so I have them sent on Discord a couple days later.
When did the call happen between him, Skeeter, Gene, Kayla, and you?
I wasn't in the call, but let's see.
You didn't join later?
No, I didn't. No, I was never in
you
that
were just
call.
added to the group.
Yeah. It says
okay.
that was before Skeeter was in the call. So it was JIDION and KAYLA. That was just I don't know what they talked about. I think he has some of the recordings of that on his response. Actually, he has the recording of that.
What was the date?
Oh yeah, that was July 2nd at 1 p.m. 2023.
Okay, so the same day that you had sent over the photos.
Yeah, it was the same day.
Same day. Okay.
Same day. Yeah.
So that happens. You have, and then there's this one Discord call that's been. I think it was shown in JIDION's response.
Yeah.
This was a 40-ish minute call where someone in the group, you don't remember who, but someone started recording just about like was she in the call when it started?
Yes, I think she was in the call when it started. I wasn't in the call.
Okay.
I joined like 4 or 5 minutes into the recording, and then I left like before the recording ended.
Oh, girl, playing games.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need to be. Pay attention.
I'm tired as
Oh,
fuck, bro.
the fuck?
I can't
Maybe
stay
I'm
up for
just
EDP.
overthinking.
Yo, I don't blame you.
Yo.
What were y'all talking about?
Talking about the social
okay,
economic
okay.
state of the world right now.
Are they trying to fuck with EDP?
We're talking about the submarine.
Your claim here is that this is like truly the one and only interaction outside of being added to that group call, which you didn't pick up for. This is your only interaction that you had with Kayla.
Yep, correct.
The reason I'm bringing this up, of course, is because of the clip from Turkey Tom's video, which I'm going to play now.
Because he ghosted us on that interview, bro.
Oh, shout out to Inside.
I'm just so happy that this worked out, bro.
Wait, here, Inside.
I'm so
just
happy this worked out.
So everybody doesn't think, I paid this girl. Can you tell them what happened?
Okay, so basically, Kayla messages me whenever he starts DMing her, and she's like, "Yo, EDP is DMing me," and so we got on a call, and I was like, first off, make sure you tell your parents, tell the police, all that kind of stuff, and then I was like, "Yo, I have a fire idea for a video. What if you just lead him on for a little bit, so that, and then I'll tell JIDION all about this, and then maybe JIDION can get an IRL interview with EDP because he ghosted us on the online one." So she literally just came up to me and she was like, "Yo, he's DMing me." And I'm pretty sure it was because he saw her in the chat or something and saw her Instagram was linked to her Discord account.
I would really love to see the defense for this. I really, really want to see the defense for this.
I know, we just wanted to let a minor get groomed for content, for the content, for the content.
Yeah, just leave him on for a little while longer, just a little while longer. It maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month.
The decoy isn't convincing enough. We need an actual minor for this one.
Exactly. Also, look at the fucking PFPs for some of the fans. Just EDP everywhere. Fucking idiot.
But she showed me the chat logs and he messaged her first, so. And I sent.
Okay, yeah. So that's another thing too. He literally looked at the chat logs and like, it literally says he messaged her first. So I don't know why JIDION is also trying to like say like, oh, I don't know if like the first message truly came from EDP. It's like, dude, you're an actual
right hand man is literally saying otherwise. Your literal right hand top mod is saying otherwise.
And literally in the screenshot, you can literally fucking see it. You don't see the fucking icon and everything and all that bullshit right there, all that info, unless you go to the top. So I guess I don't understand this logic that JIDION has.
And I sent over the full call recording.
Perfect. Okay. With this clip, to kind of get like the important bits out of the way, there have been some tweets. I'll show one up of like one of your replies saying that this was taken out of context and misrepresented. From the beginning of it, seems very clear that you and JIDION are both clearly talking about Kayla. That seems to be the situation there. Now you're claiming that there was only this call that you had with her, which again, you just sent me, was this one. You enter during the call and leave during it. However, in this, clip of you, it sounds like you were saying that she had sent the messages to you directly. It sounds like you had that interaction. And of course, obviously saying it would be a fire content idea to have a minor lead on a pedophile. So
that's what it sounds like.
Right. What's your side?
That's not what it sounds like. That is exactly what you said. But all right, let's see.
That interview or the JIDION stream clip, that was I don't know exactly how long ago after the situation it was. It was 2, 3, maybe 4 months after. I'm not really sure why I said half of that. The first part, I think I genuinely thought that I had the idea, but then going back and looking at that actual video recording of the call, it was Kayla who had the idea. It wasn't me. At best, I'm taking her video idea. But the second part about me saying leading her on, I was going to say something about getting a decoy or something. I'm not sure exactly what I was thinking at that moment, but it was definitely a big big misspeak because looking back at the call, I definitely didn't tell her to lead him on or anything like that.
The issue with it being a misspeak is that it's like, again, it's very clear from what it sounds like that you are talking about getting a content idea. Was there a headspace you were in at that time where it was like you were focused on the content of it?
I wasn't really ever like involved in like his actual like content of his main channel. So I think it was more of like just I'm getting like really excited, like man, I actually like contributed to like main channel stuff.
Sorry,
or
something's just bothering me. The timeline of events. Hold on, this is just bothering me now. I actually just realized something. Okay, so there's the live stream. So oh fuck, this is actually why is actually hurting my head. So where was it?
I genuinely thought that I had the idea, but really, I don't know exactly how long ago after the situation it was. It was 2, 3, maybe 4 months after. I'm not.
I wonder how long was this situation going on for? Because he says, okay, so he found out about the situation 4 months. So with that clip that we just saw, and then with him finding out with Kayla, apparently there was a couple months in between. But when you look at the clip, it makes it seem like he just had this conversation with Kayla, like, I don't know, the day prior. Am I crazy here? Or am I just misremembering that? Or am I just like misinterpreting this? Hold on.
Hey, here, inside.
I'm so
just
happy this worked out.
Oh, shout out to inside.
I'm just so happy that this worked out, bro.
Wait, here, inside.
I'm so
just
happy this worked out.
so everybody doesn't think I paid this girl. Can you tell them what happened?
Okay, so basically, Kayla messages me whenever he starts DMing her, and she's like, "Yo, EDP is DMing me," and so we got on a call, and I was like, first off, make sure you tell your parents, tell the police, all that kind of stuff, and then I was like, "Yo, I have a fire idea for a video. What if you just lead him on for a little bit, so that, and then I'll tell JIDION all about this, and maybe JIDION can get an IRL interview with EDP because he ghosted us on the online one." So she literally just came up to me and she was like, "Yo, he's DMing me." And I'm pretty sure it's because he saw her in the chat or something and saw her Instagram was linked to her Discord account. But she showed me the chat logs and he messaged her first. So, and I sent over the full call recording.
Perfect. Okay. With this clip, to kind of get like the important bits out of the way, there have been some tweets. I'll show one up of like one of the replies saying that this was taken out of context and misrepresented.
I don't buy the misrepresented.
From the beginning of it, seems very clear that you and JIDION are both clearly talking about Kayla. That seems to be the situation there. Now you're claiming that there was only this call that you had with her, which again you just sent me, was this one you enter during the call and leave during it. However, in this clip of you, it sounds like you were saying that she had sent the messages to you directly. It sounds like you had had that interaction, and of course, obviously saying it would be a fire content idea to have a minor lead on a pedophile. So
that's what it sounds like.
Right. What's your side of it?
That interview or the JIDION stream clip, that was I don't know exactly how long ago after the situation it was. It was 2, 3, maybe 4 months after. I'm not really
Situation. Okay, so yeah, this is the part that fucking tricks me up. So, because they're not in that stream clip, they're not saying her name. They're calling her. They're not saying Kayla. So this is definitely not after the first. This is definitely not after when they confront EDP, or is it? I don't know. This is confusing. Am I Robin, help me out here. Am I fucking?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know. What do you think, Sid, man? Scully crazy?
Listen, the only thing I can know is that if a black person's involved, it's always going to be the black
I fucking hate you. Can you not? Can you not?
But in all honesty, it just sounds like what you call it. Obviously, this guy is now trying to play cover up for what his past actions were. Obviously, none of these guys thought ahead of how bad this would actually look. None of these guys actually gave a shit about kids. They all thought content brained. His fucking audience was content brained. JIDION was content brained. The fucking manager's content brained. They only wanted to get clicks and views. All right. So now that he's in this fucking interview, obviously, I wish what's his face would push harder on him, but I get it. He pushes hard. This guy's gonna fucking run. He's gonna leave.
Well, we'll see. Hold on.
So,
I'll freaking right now called up.
A time where it was like you were focused on the content of it.
I wasn't really ever involved in his actual content of his main channel. So I think it was more of just I'm getting really excited. Man, I actually contributed to main channel stuff, or and it was also the pressure of getting called up onto that stage in front of minimum 50,000 people were in that live stream, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
There's a chance that there were more at that time, but I had to speak quickly and not take my time, because I usually struggle to come up with like I'll freaking right now
yeah,
struggle to come up with the words with what I'm trying to explain things in. I think it was just a mixture of like the adrenaline and then like being called up and like I hadn't been thinking about
Jessica Pizzo, I'm really bad at explaining things.
the issue at all for the
No.
last couple of months until he like addressed it like that day. So it was like not fresh in my mind. And no, it sounds very bad. And I definitely put my foot in my mouth at that point. And I mean, it's probably not even a good thing for me to even like think of saying that.
Do you regret that now? Like looking back and kind of being in that headspace?
Good night, Gaming Witch. Good night to somebody out there.
I think that one clip is like the one thing that everybody has seen and everybody's like linked me to, and they haven't seen like all the other context and like clips of me telling her to not talk to EDP. And
I think the issue is how it's worded, how you talk about it in that call. Yep. You're saying she talked to me, she sent me stuff. It implies that something happened that isn't outlined in the call that exists that people can see because it sounds private, right? Like you've shown me there's no messages that have been exchanged between you two. I see that, but coming from it from an outside perspective, I think it's understandable why people look at this clip and even having the additional context of those calls, it sounds like you're referring to something else.
I can see how people would think that. It could have even like just me saying all of that on the stream could have even been kind of like an ego thing. Like, you know, I was like, man, because at that point I thought that I'd had the idea and, you know, I was just caught up in the moment, super like proud that, you know, man, I might actually be the guy that, you know, puts EDP behind bars. Like this guy's been running free for so long. Like, and it was just such a hype moment. And I was just definitely not thinking straight. Realistically, like in a stream, like I definitely had like my content style brain turned on and, you know, hyping things up, exaggerating things in, you know, in that context. Because it sounds boring when you say, yeah, I told JIDION that EDP was messaging this girl. Like, that sounds really boring for a stream. And so I guess in my mind, I was like, man, I've got to say something more exaggerated, more elaborate than that. And so I guess I said the first thing that came to my mind that involving that situation, which is kind of messed up.
A bit.
It's definitely a mistake.
I would agree. Now I'm taking a pause here because upon further review of the Discord call that had been recorded in JIDION's server, I was able to find something interesting. A clip where it seems pretty clear that Inside is coaching KAYLA, and it seems like his goal was to try to make it clear that he wanted EDP oblivious to the fact that they were sending this information to JIDION and they were trying to set up a sting. You could even say it sounds like he was telling KAYLA to lead EDP on, but not in a sexual way, which seemed to have been the implication based off of the stream clip I'd shown you guys prior. This is that call. Thank you again for sending it to me, and we're at 52 minutes into it.
He lives in Vegas, but he urged me 3 times to come to San Diego.
What the fuck?
Like,
wait,
he
are you
wants
sure it's not
me to...
troll HP account? Or...
No, just
it's
be
not
like,
trolling.
just be like natural about it. Be like slightly skeptical, you know, like
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, so if you seem too eager and bring it up too much, like meeting up or whatever, then he'll get suspicious. But if you're like skeptical and like hold back for a while, if you're like, I mean, it's just a far out idea.
By the way, whoever's fucking recording this, if you ever record a Discord call, don't put fucking Spotify music, because I know what fucking song that is. It's a fucking Mexican song. Do not play this, especially in this. All right?
I fucking hate that shit.
Literally.
I hate that shit. Turn that shit off.
Literally. Even though it's like very faint, I can still fucking hear that. All right?
I'm not saying anything will happen about it, but I'll suggest it to JIDION. It's up to him if he really wants to do anything about it. He might not. It would be a fire video idea.
Actually, I think it's coming from this stupid fucking bot right here. I hate this bot. I hate jockey music.
Set up something like that.
I would say that I mean, that is you like telling her to lead him on, but not in a sexually explicit matter, not in like an intimate matter, but it sounds like you were trying to say lead him on into like believing that she would fly out to San Diego to meet him. You're telling her to be natural, which is like continue messaging him. That is what that is. It happens. That's what you're doing. You were thinking about the content. You're talking about how fire it would be. But I think a lot of people are assuming, based off her saying that and based off of what you said in your clip, that the leading on meant something sexual. But it seems like the lead on was what you were referencing when you were talking on stream with JIDION, trying to get him to think that nothing is wrong and that the San Diego thing might happen. And then you wanted to have the sting, you know, show up in San Diego. Like you want to do the sting in San Diego.
I think what was happening is, you know, I'm like, at that point, I'd just been sprung all this information. I'm like, I don't know if this is real EDP or not. Like, I don't know what to do. And in the context, I did tell her, just don't talk to him. Like, I think there's a clip of me in that video, if you can put that in there, where I'm telling her, just say you have to like go to
actual inadequate. Are you fucking serious? Actual fucking incompetency here. I don't know what to
Holy
do.
shit.
I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's really EDP.
There's an easy thing to do, right? Inside, you grab a phone, correct? You grab a phone. You're with me now. Yeah, this is the hard part. You go to the keypad. You dial. If you're in America, you dial 911. Wow, that was so fucking hard. Holy shit, that was so that was really arduous of a thing to do.
No, you don't do that. You go to the fucking police station. And
Or
fucking,
yeah,
like,
better
get
yet,
there,
you could walk to the police station. I'm pretty sure he has fucking legs.
Or better yet, you fucking talk to Kayla's parents, and if they don't fucking listen, then you do it yourself or report it to the FBI. Do whatever you can. Do not let it be in the hands of the minor, because clearly they don't know what to fucking do, especially when your community is. JIDION's community is fucking spitballing a bunch of dumbass ideas that could easily put her in harm's
full of
way.
literal 12-year-olds. It's full of literal 12-year-olds that don't know what the fuck they're doing half the time. They just want to be famous.
Exactly. They think that this is their big moment to be in a JIDION video, that they brought EDP to justice, which is not the case at all.
Just disappear. No, just say, yo, it's getting late. I have to go to sleep now, and then just disappear. I wouldn't want her to do anything that would like jeopardize a police investigation or, or even a JIDION video if, he wanted to catch EDP.
Wait, hold on, what?
Disappear.
Wait,
I wouldn't want her to do anything that would like jeopardize a police investigation or, or even a JIDION video if, he wanted to catch EDP.
Boom!
Jeopardize a JIDION
Boom!
video, huh? Jeopardize a
Jeopardize!
JIDION video.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, Cots?
Simman left. He'll probably be back. Simman,
Yeah,
if
maybe.
you are gone, good night. If not, fuck you.
Because at that point, I was thinking, JIDION, he has the resources, the police connections to actually get EDP arrested versus potentially being a lower chance. In my mind, I thought she'd already reported to the FBI because earlier in the video, we walked her through the FBI tip line and told her exactly what to send into the FBI tip line and everything.
Or the argument back to that would be that's where it was done, right? Authorities got contacted. We got to go hands off, right? This is obviously not the same way that you would handle a situation arising now.
Yeah, I'd probably be more careful with like how I worded things, but like I was fairly certain at that point that it was EDP, but there's still like that small piece like thinking, is it like there could be someone, impersonating, like, because he didn't have like verified checkmark or anything. I mean, obviously,
Right, but is that
banned,
small piece of doubt something that justifies telling Kayla to continue talking to him and
Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question right there.
and telling her how to speak to him?
No, of course not. No. At that point, I'm like, I don't know like the protocols. Like, are they supposed to just?
Oh my god! No!
Holy fuck! These guys are incompetent.
No!
No!
I got to it. I
Holy
think I got
shit.
to
Yeah,
it.
okay,
I don't
good.
know if I got
Holy
to it.
shit.
Hopefully I did. There's a
Yeah, let's see.
nice try. Whoo! Fuck you.
Oh, god damn it. I see this chat. I see the chat. I see the fucking chat pop up.
What the fuck did you think I was talking about? I was talking about fucking. Ooh.
God damn it, JF, I fucking hate you. Go fuck yourself. You're such a you're such a fucking F slur. Holy shit.
Oh fuck.
Block them like cold turkey, or I don't know, like I was gonna let like the police or whoever was investigating, or whoever she reported it to, like make that call, like, and as far as I knew, like
Whether or not that actually whether or not one of the words got through, I can fucking what is it? I can blur it out, so I'll look back on it.
someone was gonna take over communication. If anything happened of it, I was thinking, oh well, JIDION's gonna take over communication or whatever.
Do you mind me asking, how old were you at the time of this?
I think I was 18 or 19.
How long had you been working?
So
with JIDION
I
at
was
that
pretty
point?
young.
That explains it. That explains the incompetency.
Everyone is so young and dumb right here. Everyone's so young and dumb.
Jesus Christ. That explains everything. That really does. This guy's a fucking idiot.
I think about 2 years.
Okay. With that being said, and you're talking about kind of like you really didn't have much involvement there, but you've been working with JIDION for a couple of years there. How do you feel, generally speaking, about the fact that even with these red flags that were shown of Kayla not handing over communication to JIDION and Skeeter, this situation where she like clearly wanted, clout from this, like in the call that you're in with her, she's like, I'm okay with being the decoy. I want to do these things. In that situation, you ended up hopping on the stream, talking about this stuff. You were cool with it at the time of like, turning this into content. Has that perspective changed since then?
Yeah, I would say yes, because at that point, like when I'm on the call, I didn't know anything about the situation more than like the public did at that point. Like I didn't know what had gone on behind the scenes with JIDION, Skeeter, and Kayla. So I had no clue if they were using a decoy, and I didn't know if they were actually even speaking to EDP or anything like that, or how the status of the case is. I didn't have any information about that. at the time when I was
Wait, sorry, so you
giving
were
JIDION the
fully in the dark, like outside of truly your involvement in the live streams, like the clips from that, and then the like sending the messages to EDP, and then the call that you're in with Skeeter. Like they didn't give you any updates after that about it?
No, I didn't have any updates. The only update outside of what was public scenes details.
I'm skipping a little bit ahead, so let's go to this guy's Twitter. So I heard that this guy sprigged out on Twitter, so let's see him address. By the way, shout out to Beckett.
Your role in being a part of the Discord, a few weird things have popped up. For instance, this Copenseeth tweet, I looked in, didn't find any records that his account was even in the server. So this is from this message. I didn't know if he was ever in the server at all. The plan, as far as I knew, was the interview was in a private call, and after the private call, they'd open a channel in the Discord where people could ask him questions. We never even got to the interview part, so there's a chance he never was in the server to begin with. I looked and I didn't find any records that his account was even in the server. So what was this coming from?
So I looked in the Discord server, like I searched up his like account name and I didn't see it specifically. But then after I tweeted that, I realized that I think JIDION had gone through and like locked
fucking idiot. Actual fucking idiot.
Locked down the Discord. And so I didn't have any access to like the lobby or any like message histories. So I wasn't actually able to see every channel. So from where I could see in the server, he hadn't been there, but there's channels that are locked that have like his join message and like his message in the lobby, but I don't actually have permission to view that history anymore.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
when I tweeted that, I'd done a cursory search just real quick, just I was like, wait, hold up, was he even in the server at all? I don't know. And then I check and I didn't see anything with like just a quick search.
Did he even watch the fucking video? Did he even watch JIDION's video?
No, I don't
tweeted that, and then I realized, oh wait, I don't have access to this. So he actually was in the Discord.
So
that was
showing
just
you don't have permission
that was
to
just
view
me.
message history.
Yeah, I just didn't have permission to view the history.
This does make sense because you had mentioned like you guys aren't working together anymore. Do you have the same perm access that you did when you were working under him?
I did up until probably like last week whenever whenever he was getting screenshots of all that. I think he just locked it down for everybody.
Okay.
So I don't think like any staff member has access to the main. I think it was just to prevent people from like deleting the old messages or anything like that. So for the clip, that specific clip, I didn't have access to like the full like VOD or recording. And as I like whenever I was tweeting that, I was in my mind, I thought that there was some sort of like extra context after that. I thought that I'd like corrected myself or said something about it being a decoy. But I guess I didn't now that I've seen the archived VOD. I haven't had access to that until today.
Okay. Totally fair. I appreciate you being honest about it. Now, let me go over this message. I think it's important because of how this ended up getting shared. But this individual said, okay, and you realize that inviting EDP possibly led to KAYLA getting DM'd by EDP on Instagram, right? You do know JIDION added 2 different clips together from different contexts to make it look like she was DMing EDP before he joined the server, but the messages and screenshots line up to it being the 23rd of June, which was a Friday. Inviting EDP to the server based off the evidence alone led to EDP predating on a minor, and you also failed at removing the minor from the situation, and JIDION and Skeeter Gene, et cetera, et cetera. The main thing, and I know that people are kind of getting into the semantics of that EDP was first messaging her off of Instagram. Was it the move to bring EDP into the server?
I actually didn't even know that EDP was going to be in the server, like in the actual server itself, up until I think he'd posted something in his server, like made an announcement like a couple hours before. Interview with EDP, like Q&A afterwards. And I was like, oh, this is the first thing that I'd heard about a Q&A. And I wasn't the one that made like the voice channel for the Q&A. I believe somebody else did that, but I saw a voice channel appear in the server for the Q&A. I may be remembering wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was marked as an NSFW channel, which Discord has a age verification that you have to verify your age being over 18 to join that channel. However, that still doesn't like justify him being in the server at all. If it were left up to me, I would have just done it in a private call, but I didn't make the call to invite him to the Discord server.
Yeah, I also run a Discord server, or I have a Discord server, I should say, and I advertise it as 18 and up. Obviously on Discord, number one, it doesn't matter who's joining. EDP can see who's in the server and reach out to people. But secondly, you can never be 100% certain that everyone that's, engaging with different people on a server are going to be like for sure 18 years old. That's why like for my Discord, I don't post any NSFW content. I'm not cool with any of that because it's just you can never know for certain. So
exactly
the situation, like literally bringing a predator into a server for any reason, it's putting those children at risk. And I think
it's so fucking like it's literally rule number 1. I don't understand why JIDION thought it was such a good idea in the first place, and that's the thing that nobody can wrap their mind about. And the fact that he so nonchalantly just mentions it and sees nothing wrong with that says a lot.
that people have had. An
Yeah,
issue
I
with
brought Epstein to
how-
the local playground. I didn't really think about it. I just brought him to the playground.
I just wanted to interview him.
JIDION has responded to that. Like he has finally been like, yeah, that was not a good idea. But it's just kind of more like whenever this gets brought up, it's like, well, but he didn't meet her on the server. He met her on Instagram prior, which sure, but we're
That's
arguing
such a stupid fucking argument. Whoever makes that, you deserve to be fucking stoned.
about something that isn't what people are upset about, which is bringing a predator onto the server.
I didn't have any involvement in that. It was a horrible idea to bring him into the server in the first place. I don't know. That's a question for JIDION as to why we did a Q&A in the server.
Here, your replies to someone was talking, so it was about a TikTok thing. It seemed a bit strange, but I want to focus on your response. It says here, like I said, primary goal was to get EDP arrested. Of course, it would have gotten a lot of views, but that wasn't the priority. What's wrong with telling JIDION that video would get views, assuming this isn't a doctored screenshot? You don't recognize these messages here?
There is a possibility that that could be a real screenshot, but I mean, that TikTok username isn't my username, and that's an Android, and I've had an iPhone since 2020.
Even if this is real, like I don't really have an issue with what you're saying here. You're content brained. I get that. My focus is this, like I said, the primary goal was to get EDP arrested. Of course, it would have gotten a lot of views, but that wasn't the priority. I would disagree that the primary goal is to get EDP arrested. If that was the case, it would have been contacting law enforcement, getting this. The primary goal was to get EDP arrested. Of course, it would
But of course it would have.
gotten a lot of views. That wasn't the priority. I would disagree that the primary goal is to get EDP arrested. If that was the case, it would have been contacting law enforcement, getting this information over to them. Even if we knew that EDP was like contacted for it, or, you know, even just saying, hey, you do predator catching to Skeeter Gene, like this is something we do, blah, 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 giving that additional context and just getting this to the right source. That for me, and I think for a lot of people, that is making sure that this is not a content priority.
I should have worded that as like my goal was getting him behind bars, because at that point, you know, I thought that Skeeter and JIDION had a much better chance of getting him behind bars if they were the ones reporting it to the police. And to my knowledge, that it had already gone to law enforcement like the day that I told them about it. I don't know if they actually approached law enforcement about it until later on.
He is so fucking naive. He is so
Holy shit.
actual fucking naive. Holy shit.
Blind faith in a bunch of YouTubers.
Jesus. All right.
But that was my advice to KAYLA. And then as far as I knew, it had been done. I'm not benefiting directly at all from JIDION making a video or not making a video about it. I don't get paid more or less based on how well that video does, you know? I was completely like uncompensated. Like, you know, I didn't gain anything from that video.
You did a bit, right? Because you're getting rapport with your boss here. Like you, because we talked about earlier, like with the stream, you were hyped up, and like the reason that you potentially just shoved your, you know, foot in your mouth and kind of lied about the situation, at least like what you're claiming here, was because it was going to look good for you. You were going to have like, you know, a presence, or like you had assisted in some type of way on a main channel video.
I wouldn't even say if it was like rapport, because like at that point, like, I mean, we weren't like best friends or anything, but at that point, you know, we were decently good friends, like behind the scenes, and we would, you know, hang out off stream sometimes and like play Fortnite or whatever.
You've been working, you said you'd been working with him at that point for 2 years?
Yeah, it's I started in 2021 and this is 23, so maybe a little over 2 years at that point.
Okay, fair point. You never were claiming that the police report was fake from KAYLA?
Right, that's something that JIDION said, and he made a stream, I think it's private now, but he was talking about that in a stream. He said that he called the police and the phone number was disconnected, and then he called a police department and that the report number didn't go through.
So here's the thing, and KAYLA actually brings it up, but the reason why that's the case is that typically cases involving minors, they're not really that, they're kind of protected, especially considering the FBI is involved in this.
Yeah.
Kind of adds up though, because in some, I guess, police watch videos and just in general, whenever a minor is involved, they tend to hide the identity.
Blur the faces, all that stuff.
Yeah, because they're still a minor. It isn't until like whenever they're like, you know, adults, and that's when like, you know, it's all revealed and everything, or like trialed and everything as a child. But yeah, that's basically just it. It's the fact that an actual minor's involved is why the case number is not showing up. The only people who have access to it, according to KAYLA, are her and I think her parents, and that's really it.
After KAYLA said that she actually, I guess there's DMs in KAYLA's video about it, like her messages to JIDION, he went back and did more research and went in more depth to try and find the exact police station that she'd reported to, and he finally found the actual report. But I think she was, you know, misremembering it, thinking that I was the one who said that for some reason, but it was JIDION who said it on his stream about it being a fake report.
I'd heard that KAYLA had said that, so I wasn't for sure. That wasn't like a confirmed thing for me, but other people had mentioned, yes, he did have this stream, and, you know, hearing it from you, he did have the stream claiming that it was fake.
Yeah, I don't think he even claimed it was fake. He just implied that he's like, I don't know if this is real. I called the number and it was disconnected. I don't think he ever claimed it was fully fake or anything. He just, you know,
not verbatim,
cast doubt
but
on it.
Yes, I get you.
Yeah, he just cast doubt on it.
Okay, there was a tweet that you deleted, I think today, correct?
Yes.
And so this tweet was you saying, was a bit of luck too. It's wild how EDP just decided to hit on someone from the Discord. We took full advantage of it. I'm going to read this because people were saying stuff like this. You thought it was low-key chill to have JIDION invite a pedophile to a server that has and allows minors, and then go to Twitter, say how you guys took advantage of the situation with KAYLA and that it would be good content in the TikTok with JIDION. Yeah. You said you're reading too much into it. JIDION wanted EDP behind bars. What are your thoughts on that? Like, why did you end up deleting the tweet?
Well, initially, I mean, deleting it because people are taking it out of context, and you know,
That looks really fucking bad. Yeah, of course people are gonna. I mean, holy shit.
I guess it was 3 years ago or whatever. And having like EDP actually been in the Discord is, not a great look. And it wasn't my call, but it's still not a great look because, I was a manager there.
I don't really think that there is a whole lot to this tweet. It like truly. So, I mean, we're going off the assumption that he did hit someone up in the Discord. It's wild how he decided to hit on someone. I think obviously bringing a predator into the Discord of someone who is like trying to, get him in a sense, it would sound a bit ridiculous for EDP to reach out to someone there because they would probably just tell JIDION. It does look bad. I would say that's the worst piece of this is it's wild how he just decided to hit on someone from the Discord. And then you saying we took full advantage of it. I don't see there being an issue of you saying, we got evidence or we're going to do something with it. We took advantage of the fact that he was so brazen about this. I don't really see that as an issue either.
To me, it was kind of shocking that he would reach out to someone like in the Discord of like JIDION. He could have just hit some random people up and nobody ever would have known. But then he hit up people like in the Discord. I still think that is kind of wild.
This part here, KAYLA apparently sent messages to EDP first. Several of her friends contacted us afterwards and told us that KAYLA had shown them screenshots that showed her hitting EDP up first. You said that they had screenshots of this. Did they ever show you those screenshots? What was the situation with this here?
I didn't see the screenshots. I don't remember if it was screenshots.
What?
First, you said that they had screenshots of this. Did they ever show you those screenshots? What was the situation with this here?
I didn't see the screenshots. I don't remember if it was screenshots or if they said that they were in a call, like actively with her screen sharing whenever she like messaged EDP for the first time. But there were like two people in the Discord like community who tried to. I don't have access to the Discord, and I tried to find those messages like of them pinging me in the main chat about it. But I couldn't find specifically them. But they did join a VC that I was in at one point.
Exactly, weird color guy. Like, this is just stupid from beginning to end, no matter how you look at it in any different angle. Like, holy shit.
They're like, KAYLA's hit him up first, right? I didn't know the people. I didn't see the screenshots or like videos of it, but they said that they'd seen it with their eyes.
And these were
that was
friends of KAYLA's, or these were people from the main Discord? Like,
there were people in the Discord who apparently like hung out with KAYLA like in calls or something. I'm not sure exactly who they were. That's all I heard about it. And that's when I like started kind of being like, huh. And then I realized that EDP sent the message to her like days after he'd been banned, and I was like, wait, this might actually like mess up the investigation if she actually hit him up first.
Did you do anything with that knowledge, or?
I just told JIDION that I'd heard rumors that she'd messaged EDP first, and then I pointed out that, that she got messaged a couple days after he'd been banned, and I was like, I don't know if this is anything, but, it's worth, keeping an eye on, because this could throw a wrench in the investigation if you try and get him arrested.
It seemed like you were speaking with authority there, that you, like, had gotten some, like, these screenshots and stuff, so you'd say definitively, do you know if JIDION...
This honestly, this just makes this is so fucking ass stupid because their friends are sending literally the info, the screenshots, he literally showed it too earlier. The screenshots of the messages they had on Instagram. You could literally see that EDP messaged her. Why is there fucking doubt that she messaged him? Why is there doubt?
Dude, none of these people use fucking Instagram. Like, are we the only ones who actually genuinely use fucking Instagram? And we DM on Instagram and we know how Instagram works. Like, are we the only ones here?
Exactly. We're not even fucking teenage. Literally, Instagram's DM like messaging have not changed. It's still the same shit from 3 years ago. All right, maybe the platform has gotten shit, but when it comes to DMing, no. Like, even if you change over to a new phone, Instagram DMs are still gonna show up in the order they were received. All right. Like, I don't know why he is like trying to cast that doubt, why he is spreading that chaos when he has seen the information firsthand. Like, I don't understand this fucking goddamn.
Ever received screenshots of this or anything of the matter? Like, they didn't send them to you, like you said, so you weren't actually 100% confirmed.
To my knowledge, I don't think it ever was 100% confirmed.
The only other issue that
It is 100% confirmed. That never happened. It literally never happened.
How much proof do you fucking need? How much proof do you need?
The reason that people...
JIDION's reason is because she zoomed in on the sup. That's that means nothing. That literally means nothing to me.
Pointed that out is because of the contradiction of you also saying on stream, she had shown me EDP had messaged her first. Were you referring to the screenshot that's been going around of like, like that JIDION showed in his video of the message sup?
Yeah, that's at that point in that video, to my knowledge, EDP had hit her up first. I probably shouldn't have said it so strongly in a Discord, in a comment on YouTube. Like, it kind of seemed like it was fact, but in my mind at that point, it seemed very likely.
Okay.
That was just a chronological discrepancy. That wasn't an actual like contradiction.
Weird caller guy. This guy's just trying to save his own ass. Honestly, that's really what it is. This guy's just trying to save his own ass as much as he can, and he's
the
not doing a
optics
really
are
good job.
yeah, because the optics are really bad no matter how you look at it. They're really bad.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
I want to be clear. I'm not like accusing Kayla of lying or anything about EDP hitting her at first. That's just, you know, something that I've been skeptical of. It's not confirmed, so I'm going to treat it like she's telling the truth.
I don't think most people have an issue with recognizing that Kayla has been manipulative and disingenuous over the course of this. The biggest issue is that when it comes down to when the situation was first going down, when she was communicating back and forth with EDP, it was a matter of making sure that this went to law enforcement and that it didn't go to the hands of a predator catcher. And at that point, it didn't matter if Kayla was lying or being manipulative or choosing not to give the reins of communication over to them. It's a matter of when that happened, they still continued on. They still wanted to make content. And it doesn't matter what she was trying to do at that point. It was their job as the adults to say no and walk away from that, tell her to contact authorities and be done with it. Right.
Yep.
Fucking nail in the coffin right there. Literally, like the reason why I'm not so critical on Kayla is because she was a fucking minor. She genuinely does not know any better. I'm not going to hold her to the same standards as these fucking idiots. Especially when she has stated numerous times that she looked up to this fucking idiot. And of course she's going to listen to the fucking community, and which they coerced her. Anyways, Robin, you continue. I'm gonna drink water.
Yeah, like I said, I have an eyebrow raise with Kayla a bit, but even then, I'm not gonna put all the blame on her. I feel like the blame should be the adult in the situation with the context of at the time, her being a minor and JIDION being an adult. It's the opportunist line that really just makes me eyebrow raise, and
if I would,
That's why I said earlier that I think she like saw an opportunity in this situation when it first happened, because the first thing that she did is that, like, I'm not gonna just ignore that though, that like she did.
Yeah,
like,
the
see an
opportunist shit.
opportunity. Like she took an opportunity. I genuinely do think she saw an opportunity. Tried to take it with with JIDION and thought maybe JIDION was gonna save the day and be part of content or something and boost her up.
Yeah.
And then blew up in her face.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
that
it's
I'm not saying that she purposely got herself groomed. I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is that
insane.
what I'm saying is that the reason why she didn't go to the authorities is that she wanted to, you know, appease JIDION or wanted to, you know, something out of it.
Yeah,
Or no,
maybe
fuck,
that's
that
why
actually,
she said.
like, I don't
Maybe
know.
that's why she said. Maybe that's why she said she was an opportunist. Like she wanted an opportunity to get famous or something off of this.
Yeah, or something, you
Which
know, something good for her at least to come out of a bad situation. And she put and ultimately she put her trust in the wrong people, and that was JIDION. And it got worse from there, and I think that's when she like the realization hit her, like, okay, fuck, this is actually not working. Like this is actually getting way worse, and I didn't realize how irresponsible JIDION is. I think it genuinely backfired on her when she realized how dumb JIDION was.
if I had any control or any input, if they hadn't gone to the police already and I knew that, I would have probably sent everything I had to the police. I trusted that.
All right,
no
shut the
problem.
fuck
Now
up.
that brings the interview to a close. I know it was a bit messy. It was kind of jumping back and forth. It was very clear that Inside was pretty anxious about it. He had made mention that he had been receiving death threats, and from what I understand, probably the first time that he has experienced something like this. Now, a lot of points in here of him defending himself or some of the claims made about like the YouTube comment and not actually having any evidence of the screenshots where Kayla had apparently sent the first message to EDP, or the clip of him saying that he had spoken to Kayla and told her to lead EDP on. I don't think in some of the instances here in his, you know, interview that there is undeniable proof that kind of exonerates him. However, with that being said, based off of their demeanor over the course of me chatting with them, I'm led to believe that they are being genuine. Over the course of us chatting, Inside was more than willing to show me whatever information that I was asking for the most part. He was happy to work through things with me, and he had made it clear multiple times that he was regretful for how he was acting. Another significant piece of this is it seems very clear that he has not been thinking about JIDION or this sting or his involvement with it for quite some time. And that was made evident not only by his Twitter replies where he was replying to people and kind of freaking out and checking stuff. It does seem like he was making honest mistakes and his memory wasn't serving him right. It seemed in tandem that he made attempts to try to figure out, you know, was EDP even in the server? But in the Discord call, he knows full well that EDP was in the server. I truly think it comes down to his lack of remembering the entire situation verbatim. I think that makes his situation look a bit worse than it actually is. And that is really my read of the guy after chatting with him and kind of going through all of the evidence and stuff that I wanted to talk to him about. It didn't come off like he had an ego or anything, or that looking back, he thought what they did was right. At the time he did, because he believed Skeeter and, you know, JIDION were the cream of the crop at getting people behind bars, and he doesn't feel that way now. So, I mean, that's really, for me, all you can ask for. But I could very much so have a bias. He was very pleasant to chat with, to, you know, figure these things out. So that can of course sway me one way or the other. It is truly up to you guys. Please let me know in the comments what you thought, but that is it for this video. If there's any follow-up, of course, I will be sure to cover it. If you're new.
All right. So we got this one. I mean, fuck. Do we have any energy left, Robin? Do you think we're not gonna watch the whole
I
thing?
mean,
This
I,
is gonna happen.
I mean, I have some energy. I don't know about you.
You know what? We'll watch a little bit of this. We'll definitely. I'm probably will gonna have to continue this tomorrow then for sure. Let me
Yeah.
look at my fucking schedule. But I mean, it's just like to reiterate my point. Like the opportunist claim. Like here's the thing: is like I do think like Kayla. Like the reason why I don't think she went to the cops right away, or her parents, and because it's very obvious. The one key fact is that she went to JIDION's Discord and told them. Right? I do think she wanted this. She knew she was in a bad situation. All right, and this was not a situation she purposely put herself. I don't think that's the case, but this is a situation that she knew things were already bad. So she's like, okay, you know what? Maybe this something good can come out of it. All right, maybe I can get in the good graces with JIDION, or I can be the one that caught ADP. I was the girl that put him behind bars, put the monster. However, she put her faith onto JIDION and Skeeter Jean, and it backfired. All right, it backfired on her, and she saw how irresponsible JIDION's community was, and he himself as the adult. All right, and keep in mind, she was a minor. All right, and I'm not gonna hold it too much against her because again, she's a fucking kid. She's stupid. All right, she's dumb. All right, yes, it's definitely something worth mentioning, but it's not. I can't.
You can't give her too much flack compared to the other guys. You could give her
Exactly.
some flack, but not too much flack.
Because she's an impressionable teen. Because she has said, and I think she even says it in this interview, that she looked up to Jaden. She was a fan of him. So it makes sense with why she was acting the way she was. However, it's just something you got to point out. It's just the way it seems. I'm sorry. I can't just ignore this, especially with the opportunist claim that she said in that interview. Now, granted,
Yeah.
she maybe clears it up in this interview. I hear this interview is really good. I seen, parts of it. I saw like a good, chunk of it. I haven't finished it, so we'll see. But one key thing that I want to be clear though is that, or I want to be known that this does not absolve for the criticisms and the way Kayla acted. Some of the things that I pointed out. With that doesn't absolve JIDION of the way he acted. That by no means. There's a reason why I stand by that JIDION does not deserve a platform. I genuinely, after everything, I just don't believe he does. Why is that at 360p? All right. Anyways, that's better. All right. We'll watch a little bit. We'll continue this tomorrow. Actually, let me look at my fucking schedule. While I do that, I guess Robin, you can give your thoughts as well on this.
Yeah. When you put it like that, yeah. Mm-hmm. It explains why she made by opportunities. I mean, I hope she really does clear up in this interview. I didn't watch this because I don't fucking watch iNuts, so I really want JIDION to really answer with all the backlash when he's really getting pressed by someone who actually knows what the fuck they're saying, to really tell him why he's such an incompetent motherfucker. I really want him to see him get pressed.
Exactly.
Because the amount of stupid shit and the amount of downplaying, the amount of justifying, and the amount of rewriting history is just astounding. It's ridiculous. It's fucking gay.
All right, let's do this. So I probably will stream tomorrow. I'll probably try and start it a little earlier than tonight.
Okay.
Today. So yeah, we'll see.
Oh no, I was just curious.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. But yeah, I'm iNut. Small little commentary guy. Friends with people in the space though. And I thought it'd be really interesting, at least within my space, to speak with you, just because overall, this has been a pretty big thing. A lot of people in the space is covering it, and a lot of people are being critical of JIDION, especially. A little bit towards Skeet, and then Alex is just kind of crashing out, on Twitter. So he's kind of fucking himself over there.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've
There's-
seen a lot of that, unfortunately.
Yeah. So overall, I thought it'd be pretty cool to get you on. A lot of people in the community have questions for you. You know that you really haven't answered yet, but we also like just clarification and overall how you feel about some things. So as I told you earlier, this is in no way to ambush you to make you look bad. There's nothing here for that. And I think I messaged you the other day about like, you know, if there are things we talk about you bring up that no one's really aware of, I just ask it like proof is provided, you know, because at least in this community, like commentary side of the internet, we highly value, I guess, proof when there's claims being made.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, overall, if you want to introduce yourself, talk a little bit about, you know, really why you decided to come on here tonight, and overall, yeah, how everything's been since the doc came out.
Well, I mean, everything's been interesting to say the least. I've been undergoing some panic attacks here and there because I was doxxed, but besides
That's
that,
terrible.
yeah, it's even
JIDION's community, by the way.
worse when the
Yeah.
person whose audience
So to
is
be
doing this to
fair,
you
she
is
put her
subdued.
first and last name. To be fair, she put the first to play devil's advocate. She put her first and last. She put her ID in JIDION servers. So yeah, she kind of
Doing
fucked
nothing
up
about
right
it.
there.
But I came on here tonight because I saw your Twitter, and I related a lot to it. So yeah, and we also have mutuals. So
Yeah. I think on Discord, like the one mutual we have is like Dickers, which I didn't know you spoke to him like a while back. That was something I learned
Oh,
after
yeah.
the fact.
I spoke to him like the second time, or no, yeah, no, the first time I made a video about JIDION.
Okay. Because I
Yeah,
think back then
pretty
you were
cool
like
guy.
17, when all that happened.
With JIDION and everything, I was 15.
No, I'm saying
When I
the-
spoke
the-
to Dickers, I was 17.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay. And overall, right? How do you feel like the reception's been like from everyone outside of JIDION's community? Like obviously you're gonna be getting a lot of hate from JIDION, Skeeters fans, everyone surrounding the EDP case. But you know, before you privated comments and everything on your video, like I guess how do you feel like the reception was from everyone outside of those communities?
I honestly haven't really paid too much attention to it. I do know that, well, when I went on TikTok and when I went on Twitter, X, whatever it's called now, I saw a lot of people agreeing with me, and that gave me some peace of mind. The reason I privated my comments, I know so many people are like, oh, you privated them because, you know, people are calling you out. No. It's because literally 30 minutes after his video was posted, people started commenting phone numbers, addresses of not even just me, but people that I know.
Yep, that's what I was talking about earlier on the stream. Like, it's actually insane how JIDION's fucking community is.
No,
And so
extremely
Going hog wild.
Yeah, pretty
Going
yeah, it was
hog wild
very,
with
very
doxes
fucked
and
up.
shit.
So that's exactly why I just turned everything off. And
I mean that's understandable.
yeah.
Like obviously if they weren't posting PII about you, like my main thing would be like it'd be good to keep them up just because it shows like what his fan base is doing. But the fact that they're getting to the point where they're posting your PII and phone numbers, people you know, I think that's completely understandable. And so I you know, with you explaining that, I think if anyone does criticize you going forward regarding you having comments disabled, I think it's unjust.
Yeah, and I've seen, honestly, I haven't really been wanting to do interviews at all, but then I saw Inside was going on interviews, and it's like, okay, fuck you then. I'm gonna go on interviews too.
Exactly.
I am very exhausted about the situation, like, very exhausted. I think people also have a misconception that I was originally doing all this for clout. Don't get me wrong, there was benefit in this, and I knew of that, okay? JIDION was gonna get a $20 million
So this is actually an interesting part, and there's a reason why I have that little thing.
sponsor. So it's like if someone's going to make money off of my situation, why wouldn't I turn a bad situation that I'm in into something good for me as well? I don't see any issue with that.
That's what I
okay.
mean. That's what I mean. Like, she probably thought like this situation, like, okay, this horrible thing has happened to me. Maybe I can at least get something out of it that can help me.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. This is probably the mindset
Okay.
she had as a 15-year-old. And obviously we saw how that
Yeah.
happens. That's why I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm not saying that, oh, she purposely, no, she did not get purposely herself in harm's way for this.
No, I completely agree. Are you saying
But
that JIDION's
I
gonna get
wasn't
20 million?
originally.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry.
Oh no, you
I
go ahead.
wasn't originally like in this to like, you know, ruin someone's life or like make a name out of myself or anything like that. It wasn't like that at all. It was more so I noticed he was going to get a $20 million sponsor. And so then I was like, oh, okay, maybe, you know, if someone's going to do this off of me, maybe I should benefit off of it as well.
Yeah.
So,
And it's like
which I think, it's pretty understandable. Sorry to cut you off there, but it's pretty understandable in those realms. And also the entire opportunist clip was cut out of context.
Yeah, as I was saying, right? Like, I think it is completely just for you to try, like, especially at 16 years old, right? 15, like, I think by the time JIDION exposed, like, your involvement and who you were, I think you were 16 at the time. But I think it is, like, understandable that you are going out of your way as a 16-year-old, right, to benefit the most you can off a horrible situation. Because at the end of the day, like, that's what JIDION's doing, off of, like, your suffering, right?
That's the influence I'm receiving.
Yeah.
I don't think you understand. I had no issue with JIDION at all. Like, he was my favorite YouTuber at one point. I started homeschool during high school, so I would spend like majority of my time just watching YouTube. Like, I truly have had zero intent to ruin this guy's career, to ruin his name, whatever. But he really fucked me over. And that to me, like, that's why I made my videos about him. But
yeah, and
it's disappointing.
Yeah, and that's kind of the crux.
See what I mean? Like, he did look up, like, he, like, I'm sorry, but, like, that just sounds like someone that you look up to. And that's a lot of cases, especially around that time as well, when a lot of people were homeschooled, stuck in school during COVID. There were a lot of YouTubers that were getting traction from people staying inside, and hence why people like Augie and all those other people, you know, kind of blew up, or created a parasocial fan base. But even on the other side of the spectrum,
Yeah, Dream blew up from COVID, I think, if I
Yep.
recall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to get to the bottom of today, is really see, you know, your side of things and how he went about doing that. First thing I do want to ask, because you brought it up, you're saying that he was going to get a $20 million sponsorship. Was that on just the EDP video or what? Like, in what context was he going to get that?
He said that on a live stream. I don't know the exact name of the live stream, but I do think it's still up there somewhere.
Okay.
He said, I remember when I posted my video, something along the lines of him being upset or like being, what's the word for it? I guess distraught that he couldn't post the video on YouTube because he planned to get a $20 million.
Yeah, because I do remember that. I do remember that. I don't remember obviously the sponsorship part, but I do remember seeing parts of that stream back when it happened, because it was very big, because Skeet was already planning to release the video, right, of them going to his dialysis appointment. But JIDION's like, you know what, I'm not releasing it. And I do remember him hyping up and there being like things that he's like, oh, well, it's so bad that I can't do it because this, and this. So that does align with what I remember. So yeah, that's really shitty. And again, I don't think there was anything wrong with you, again, as a 15, 16-year-old girl. Again, trying to make the most out of a bad situation. Especially seeing how it was handled, I think that there's a lot that you should have gotten out of it. And, you know, this isn't on my little agenda of things to ask, but I do have to ask, did JIDION ever compensate you in any way for any of this?
Oh, like with money? He tried.
Okay. Didn't accept.
Never mind.
No, he did try.
Wow, so he actually did the right thing. The only good thing he tried to do.
But surprisingly, though, she said no.
I remember somewhere like let me see, August.
And if you have
like,
screenshots or anything of it, just send them on Discord. I can open them on stream.
I don't have them on me. I unfortunately. So here's the thing.
Oh god, our host seems to be preoccupied with something.
Yeah.
When it comes to my
all right, I'm gonna have to end the live stream and cut that part. Fucking hell. All right, that's a good way to end it then. All right, it is like 10 p.m. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna have to fucking private this fucking stream now. Great. That's great.
Fucking
I can never, ever. Okay, whatever. Can't do shit. Anyways, can't do shit these days without people coming in. All right, I'm gonna have to private this stream and then censor some stuff. All right. We'll continue this probably, I want to say, yeah, tomorrow. I mean, maybe 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Robin will probably be, you'll be able to join on there?
Yeah, I should be able to. I should be able to join.
All right. We're gonna be, we're gonna be switching out. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna look back and see if if the mic picked that up. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed. It is what it is, though. This is what happens when you do live streaming. So, anyways, yeah, probably tomorrow we'll continue. We'll finish the Kayla Hoskins interview, and then after
Be a real
that,
shame if tomorrow JIDION decided to do a big interview.
it
Get
was supposed to fucking happen today, and it just didn't happen. Well, I was hearing rumors that it was gonna happen today. Let me rephrase that. I was hearing rumors, and also, well, it didn't fucking happen. So yeah, I should have known better, but I mean, hey, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. See if like actually we get that interview tomorrow. I mean, I feel like if we did, Hambleton will like, you know, say it ahead of time, but we'll see. We'll see. It's Jinion at the end of the day.
He's gonna monetize the fuck out of that stream. I know that.
Shit, I
He's
don't
gonna
blame
monetize
him.
the fuck out of it.
I don't
Holy.
fucking blame him if that's the case, honestly.
The chat's gonna be on lockdown.
If that's the case, then yeah, I am definitely not streaming tomorrow then. But anyways, today was overall from that little hiccup towards the end. We did a pretty successful stream, I would say so, except from fucking Sitman and Jerry Faye's fucking racist ass. So yeah.
Oh, like you never say a slur. Okay.
Yeah, not on my stream. Fucking hell. Anyways, we'll close this night off with what's a good song? Let me look at my playlist. I fucking will go with the
Approve Genie, please.
What?
Approve, please, Genie by Trap Chick.
No, what? I'll play that next stream. I'll play that next stream. I was actually gonna go with Insane. Yes, I like this
Okay.
song.
Okay, I'll hold you to that word. I'll be sure to get
Fucking
this clip.
send the song on my DMs and
hold-
I'll play it. I'll play
Okay.
it. Is it on Spotify? Please tell me it is.
Yes, it is on Spotify.
Okay, I'll play it then. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to check out my other videos, live streams as well on Aftermath News. Where can the good people find you, Robin?
Robin_180, where I basically, kind of tweet. It's kind of a dead Twitter, but I have a great thread about a local autistic monkey who is talking about the EDP5 documentary. Destructor, actually, funny enough, the same guy who threatened to firebomb Diorio's house.
Oh my god!
Went on that
forgot
stream
about
with.
that.
Yeah, he went on a stream to talk to Triton and his little lolicon mod, Glitch, the biggest pussy on the planet, the biggest tough guy pussy on the planet. Talk about EDP. Every day, Triton becomes more and more fucking ironic. I don't know how he does it. He becomes more ironic.
I
The
know.
shenanigans.
Jesus Christ. Fucking hell.
Fucking retard.
Well, stay tuned in, ladies and gentlemen. For tomorrow, we will continue this. I don't know if I want to. Do I want to name it Aftermath? Fucking. I'll probably name it like 0.5 or maybe do make it a number. I don't know. Anyways, see you guys later tomorrow. Have a good night.
Dearly beloved, for your entertainment, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Hell's latest arrival, the equal opportunity killer, Alistair.
Hello, it's nice to meet you. Can you tell me where I am? I don't know how I got here, but I think I'm starting to understand. I don't belong among the angels, and maybe that's just fine with me. The things I did up there were high school, but now I'm going for my degree. Hey, sorry, but you just got in my way. I promise, honey, I can feel your pain, and maybe I enjoy it just a little bit. That makes me insane. Haven't been the same since I expired. Doesn't mean that I plan to retire. And now I have the power to bathe all of you in entertaining fire. Wait a minute, do I know you? Weren't you an old pal of mine? Departed from us far too early, but now we're meeting a second time. We used to have such fun together, and maybe you have what I need. But first I have one tiny question. Tell me, do you demons bleed? Hey, sorry, but you just got in my way. I promise, honey, I can feel your pain, and maybe I enjoy it just a little bit. Does that make me insane? Haven't been the same since I expired. Doesn't mean that I plan to retire. And now I have the power to bathe all of you in entertaining fire. Hey, sorry, but you just got in my but you just got in my way. I promise, honey, I can feel your pain, and maybe I enjoy it just a little bit. Does that make me insane?